Dun, 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 dun.
If you lot are wondering why Blacks is not here yet, he's found out the Undertaker's retired, so he's gone to chill at his crib.
Yo, Mark, man, you know. Mark, come on, bro. Hey, give it a rule.
Why didn't you call me, man?
Hey, Sam actually left the podcast, so I'm sorry to break the news, but Sam actually left the podcast.
We're not joking, like legit. It was because of
Undertaker
retiring. He was quiet.
So if possible, could you have like a 10-second silence for Sam's departure, please?
Welcome to the Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome.
Yeah, but Sam is running late, so he'll be here. But guys, what you lot saying, man?
Another new week, man. Another great week of wrestling. I think it's been a great week of wrestling. This week,
I've managed to watch Raw, SmackDown, NXT, DVDs, documentaries, music videos. I've been watching everything in it, so I've been clued up in it. So how you lot feeling, man?
I'm looking forward I'm looking forward to today's episode. You know, we got a lot of good reception from last week.
Oh yeah, big up everybody. We got like 5,000 views on that John Cena clip, man. Yeah. So big up all the engagement.
People like to see stuff, man. So
I think they were waiting for the visuals. Yeah. So now that they know that we
big shouts to all the new followers and new supporters, new subscribers.
We're doing this for you, fam.
Thank you. So yeah, man.
Just get straight into it, fam.
Intros, bro.
Intro.
When I say guap, you say daddy guap. Guap.
Daddy.
It's the leg drop hating, strong star rating, Chris Jericho loving, big back rubbing, son of a gun. It's your boy Del Boy. I didn't even say the hailing from Essex bit, but you know, I don't have to, man. Guap daddy Del Boy here. Bang bang, Wresthings.
Oh shit! No, come back to comments.
Yo, it's a Nafi hailing from. Where am I from again? Let me start this again. A Nafi hailing from. Wait, what? From stage fright.
Hailing from East London.
Hailing from East London. A Nafi. Wait. God damn it. I'm subscribe to each channel right now. A Nafi. You gotta have the subliminals in there.
You wrote something up in it.
I wrote something, but it fucked up, bro.
I was gonna say, man, must have thought I was holding. Wait, I came with a leg drop.
Coming from South London, the best part of South London, home of the roadside cheese. You know, big up them. Lucha V.
Who was that again? Scott Hall.
Yeah.
Scott Hall and Nash.
Yeah.
Who's that jumping?
Honestly, bro, that we should be playing that all the time, fam.
I ain't gonna lie, that's what I was looking for.
You're looking for it.
I typed it wrong. It's the come in time.
Oh yeah, by the way, you're probably wondering how I got this top. Listen,
Jeez,
it's coming.
clean.
It's coming very soon, guys. Very soon. Look how I'm speaking like a preacher right now. It's coming very soon.
Soon.
Hallelujah. Listen, so we've got bare colours coming and that. Obviously, these guys haven't got their shirt yet. They're late to the party, but when it comes, it'll come in.
I mean, you know, we didn't get the memo, so
we get the memo, innit?
Yeah,
so next time, innit? If you guys want shirts as well, let us know. We'll swing you one. The first 5 people to message us will get a free shirt. I joke. You know
Pay me my money.
Trust me, fam.
Your money.
Give me money, fam. All the money goes to a local charity of ours. It's called a wrestling charity. So come through, man. What are we saying though?
How's your week been?
Week's been good. Managed to obviously watch a lot of wrestling this week. Watch some documentaries. Watched a documentary today. Funny enough, that Beyond the Mat. Very good documentary. I'll advise everyone else to watch that. It's very you see a human side to a lot of these legends. Like for example, you got Jake the Snake. I obviously knew about Jake the Snake, but I didn't know he was going through that much at the time.
Yeah,
where it was uncontrollable. Like there was a scene in it where he had an argument with his daughter. He went to go see his daughter, and him and his daughter didn't like get on as much. So he went back home, and he was like, "I've stopped taking things in it." So when he got back to the hotel, first thing he did was smoke crack. So everyone was like, the guy was like, so like, come on, I thought he stopped. And after, it's proper sad. You got Coco be wearing it as well. It was nice seeing him in it.
Yeah, Foley was in it as well.
Foley's in it as well. Foley's bit is proper sad, man. Like he had his wife and his kids in the audience. Obviously his children are older now, but at the time they were very young and they were in the audience, and he was getting pummeled by The Rock. Like,
because that was the I Quit match.
That match is one of the most. It's so uncomfortable to watch.
Uncomfortable.
Especially as a big Rock fan, like it's not a Rock that you'd want to see. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. What happens in it? He's like, I think he's handcuffed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Handcuffed. Yeah. And
the chair gets trapped in his head.
Yeah. A bunch of chair shots to Mankind's head. And
Rock even cheated to win as well. So.
Wait, how did he cheat again?
There was a recording.
There was a voice recording of Mick Foley saying I quit.
But
it was from a previous promo.
Yeah, when he said it normally, I'm not gonna say I quit, and he was like, I quit.
That's why if you see Mick Foley, he's on like he's face front on the floor, and Rock holds a mic to him, and literally hear in the background, I quit. But then they realize it's from a previous promo. It's not him actually saying it.
You know, The Rock was sick, but that version of The Rock, you don't want to see that in it.
Yeah. It's tough to watch.
Yeah. Oh, what else happened?
Elimination Chamber happened.
I enjoyed Elimination Chamber.
Okay.
I really enjoyed Elimination Chamber, and that's very surprising to say because I remember when we first started when it was like the day before Elimination Chamber. I forgot who asked. Someone asked. I think it was Tonte.
Oh, Tonte, yeah.
And he said, yeah. Shout out to Talk Tonte, by the way. He said
top 3. He said,
yeah. What's your top 3 WrestleMania? Top 3 Elimination Chambers, and I said, I can't lie to you. In the past few years that I've watched Elimination Chamber, I haven't enjoyed it. But the one that went past was proper good. The women's thing was good. Nia Jax had her spot as always. I loved it. Then obviously our man Kofi Kingston was in the final.
Oh yes.
You guys want to talk about that?
Yeah, man. Go for it, bro.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Kofi Kingston. I'm sure we're gonna talk about it, the best wrestler to never win the big one, but Kofi Kingston. I feel like over the years we've seen Kofi Kingston at his we've seen him put on sick matches, and I feel like with the New Day, I don't think it's setting back, but we've seen a completely different side to him to what we're used to seeing. Yeah. But now these last few weeks, not saying that I'm happy that Mustafa Ali got injured, but it was kind of like a blessing in disguise because we've kind of now been able to come back and reappreciate Kofi Kingston for wow, he is actually an Iron Man. He wrestled for over 70 minutes in a gauntlet match, killed it, managed to outlast more or less everyone else in the Elimination Chamber to have that one-on-one with Daniel Bryan.
Then to go to SmackDown and do what he did.
Exactly. So it's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not happy that he's facing him at Fastlane.
Of course I'm not.
Because one, I feel like WWE already has too many pay-per-views. Yeah. And I feel like Fastlane is just unnecessary. Yeah. And two, I'd rather just see this at WrestleMania.
Exactly. Like the feud rights itself. I think I've been saying it to the guys in the group chat. Brian kind of stands for this kind of he's like an evil vegan, eco warrior, and then New Day waste pancakes on a weekly basis. So the feud rights itself, you can have a 6-man if Harper comes back and joins. And as you said about how to reappreciate Kofi, he's been around for so long, multiple tag champion, multiple IC champion, US champion, but he's never had the chance to really, other than the last Elimination Chamber in 2012, I think, was the last time he got to defend, to fight for it. Yeah. But he's not actually had a one-on-one. The Royal Rumble 2016, that was for the championship. Yeah. But it's never been Kofi versus the champion. So the fact that he got to just show it, and bro, big man thing, fam, I teared up, bro. I teared up on a real thing. Because we'll talk about the moment fully, but I just want to talk about this whole week, as you said, it's a blessing in disguise that Ali went down. And I like Ali.
No, he's exceptional. You get me?
Everyone but Kofi really deserves it. And a part of me was upset thinking, when it got announced for Fastlane, I'm like, it could be a filler feud. Yeah. And that would really...
Fade out. But what would be good? Yeah. I'm just thinking. I'm just predicting. I'm just thinking. Say if Kofi Kingston actually does beat Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan at Fastlane, and he wins the championship. This is a weird concept. This is a weird concept. And Mustafa Ali comes back, and Mustafa Ali goes, "Cool, you took my space. Let me battle you for the championship." Do you think that could work, or is that
for Mania?
Yeah. Does that sound stupid?
It don't sound stupid.
No, it doesn't sound stupid at all.
But I don't, because think about it, people was just buying into they were buying into Ali now. Yeah. So it would have made sense fully if Kofi won at Chamber.
Then it happened for Fastlane.
Yeah. Because I'm worried that it'll be like a random SmackDown match, or it'll be at the start of the show. But there is a
possibility.
possibility because that's his spot, and now he's getting all this fanfare, and Ali's sitting at home injured for something he didn't do himself. So.
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, I kind of agree. Again, not to say that I'm happy that Mustafa Ali is injured, because I really, really do like him. Like, out of a lot of the cruiserweights, as much as he didn't manage to get the cruiserweight title, but through his promos, through his matches, he's been very, very consistent. And to see him now on SmackDown, out of a lot of the people in the cruiserweight division, I don't think there's anyone that could fill that spot more than Mustafa Ali. But for him to now come to challenge for the title, it does make sense in theory that Kofi Kingston's taking his place. So really and truly, I should be the rightful person. But I'd rather not. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think it'll make wrestling.
I'd rather not. Unless it's like a multi-man match, or it's on a random SmackDown, then that could work.
When's the last time a championship has ever been defended on SmackDown or Raw?
It was on SmackDown because about a year ago, 2 ago, was when AJ beat Jinder Mahal on SmackDown to win championship.
Oh shit! Yeah.
That was like 2 years ago. Don't quote me. 2 years ago.
That hasn't happened in a while.
But on Raw,
they do it all the time, especially with their tag team titles.
Yeah,
I mean, as in like a major.
Oh, Brock's not around.
They need to get that title with Brock. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Random. I saw something today. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to put anything out there, or I don't want to say it's actually true. But I think I saw something about Andrade dating Charlotte.
Oh yeah, I saw that as well.
Is that true? Is that true? I'll say yes. Go grab that bag. Ric Flair's gonna be your father-in-law, fam. That's big, fam.
The thing is, it could work, but
I didn't know
his English isn't that great. So
you think he's putting it on?
That's why she likes it.
Actually speaks. Is that actually how he speaks?
That's how he speaks.
That's how he speaks. That's why he's got Zelina Vega with him because
Vega's dating.
She's married to Aleister Black now.
Fam, I don't mean to get with
which is mad because a few years ago she was with Austin Aries.
But bro, this man's a full on this guy's a full on Satanist,
Sir.
Apparently he's not.
Bro, he is.
But then she's Catholic, so
that's what I'm saying. It don't make sense.
What do you mean is a full on Satanist? Like what?
Like he's a Satanist.
No, but I heard in an interview that he's not. But then the way he carries himself is like,
bro, he
is. With all the occult symbols he has, he must be a Satanist. But I've heard an interview saying that he's not a Satanist.
So he does all that.
But them man deny that shit. Like, they don't say it with their chest.
I don't know, fam. I don't know.
It's just like so opposite. Like, she's Catholic, and my man is
that shit sells in wrestling, right? That rock shit, that whole evil shit sells in wrestling. It makes it more like creepy, mystic.
Bro, did you man see that tweet? Yeah.
From who?
I think it's Attack Wrestling. It's like there's an Illuminati in wrestling, and there's some like goats and shit.
What do you mean?
It was on the. Let me find it.
Goats.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, legit. I'm not trying shit.
It must be Black Undertaker that runs.
Just
It must be Black Undertaker
that
runs.
Let me find it. I'm sure I two-capped it.
Shut up! I'm actually still shocked that a Black Undertaker existed.
I think it's called they changed his name, bro.
What was his name? His name was Nigger Taker. That's it. That's his name. Listen, guys. There is you guys probably won't believe me, but there is a wrestler called the Nigger Taker. I can't remember what account that was.
He was fuming when he heard about it.
Yeah, I know. I can't remember what account it was. I think it was Black Wrestling Excellence.
Yeah, big up.
Big them up because they show a lot of support to us. I think they posted it. There is a wrestler called the Nigger Taker. Once we post this video, we're gonna
bring even allowed?
Fam, I don't know. Because he
calls himself. We're gonna talk about it again, but yeah.
Because he says in like adult shows, he's the Nigger Taker. But then
in something, he's called something.
Soul Taker, I think.
Soul Taker, that's it.
Is that even allowed for you to be ripping off a full gimmick? But then again, it is allowed because WWE done it to Goldberg.
Yeah.
Goldberg, and who else did they do it to? They done someone else as well.
Fake Diesel.
Fake
Razor Ramon.
That made me sick.
WCW even done like a fake Jim Ross.
What? Who?
I can't remember the commentator's name, but they had a commentator that used to like pretend he had cerebral palsy.
That's
fucked.
But
facts and energy.
There's no rules in wrestling though, man. There's no rules.
No, yeah, especially at that time as well, in the Attitude Era, there was no rules.
Did you see that video about Stephanie McMahon?
Which one?
Apparently, Vince McMahon wanted to do this storyline.
Oh, incest. The incest storyline,
Listen. Wrestling is not that deep, yeah? It's not that deep for you to be doing incest with your daughter. He wanted to do guys.
The ring is not that deep.
With Shane McMahon and Steph,
he wanted to do a storyline where Stephanie McMahon gets pregnant.
Yeah.
And she wanted Vince McMahon to come out as a father. She said no.
That's fucked, bro.
He then goes, oh, what about Shane? She goes, no, that's even worse. That's my brother. You understand? Then she was like, I don't know what my dad was thinking at the time. Maybe he wanted to get the views up, but that's something I don't want to do. Even as a viewer, I wouldn't see that.
That's nuts.
That's too much, fam.
Found it. Illuminati is real, fam. Scroll to all 3 pictures, bro.
What is this actual war?
Fam, we have to pray when we look at that.
Is that wrestling?
I'm a God-fearing man. I'm.
What?
That's attack wrestling, bro.
What do they do?
As in what? They've got a faction that's Illuminati.
Yeah, bro. Look.
That's too much, man. Nah, I've just got the Baphomet in that, man. That's
what I'm saying.
If I fight, I'm gonna come as a pastor, fam. Holy Ghost fire, fam.
Bye.
That's that shake on the floor and shit.
Go to the last picture, bro.
What the hell?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This Mickey Mouse mask is sick, but other
It
than that,
sells. Look, listen.
it sells. No, it's but I'm
It's,
not.
I don't like
it
that.
is.
I don't. Even Ministry of Darkness, honestly.
It was still
it
like
was too much for
yeah.
me.
I'm not gonna lie. You know, there's certain things that I can call. I'm all for people having like gimmicks and
Yeah.
exploring out of different things to try and get a character. But for me, I feel like there's certain things you don't play with.
Yeah,
The spirit when it comes to like all that spiritual stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you. Those are stuff I don't feel like you should be playing with. Even if I'm an actor and someone says to me, "Oh yeah, I want you to come and play this character," I'll be very wary because I don't know.
You don't know what you're calling in.
You could be giving me a script and it has incantations. I don't know if these incantations are real.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is obviously outside wrestling, yeah. But there was a rumor time ago. I heard there was this one Nigerian actor, and she always used to play like a witch or something in Nigerian films. And there was one film she played a witch in it, and after she done that, she went home. She actually turned mad. Like the spirit actually went into her, and she actually like went mad. She turned to a pastor.
Bro, you don't know what you're calling into existence.
Where?
We don't know what these things are coming from.
Even
that could be a ritual for all you know, bro.
Exactly, a real ritual, fam, that they put into wrestling.
You're forgetting around like the 70s, 80s. A lot of these characters that these people used to play, they lived these characters. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't break kayfabe.
They did not break it whatsoever, just so people can see them like, oh, that's the wrestler, and they'll play that character. Yeah. Whereas now it's relaxed. It's social media, innit?
Kayfabe means in wrestling and outside wrestling.
Like maintaining the character
forever and ever.
Character and like the setting. So say if I'm beefing you, and like the whole thing is I hate your guts and very rare, then we're not gonna be driving in the same car. We're gonna be apart. We'll never be chilling with each other. If we all come out to win a championship, you won't be there holding my hand. Like that's why things like the curtain call was such a big thing. There were two heels, Yeah. By
the way, guys, in case you like newbies in wrestling, a heel is basically the bad guy. Face is basically the good guy, the Superman. And as you just heard, the kayfabe is...
It's just that universe of the wrestling.
Maintaining
can't mess up.
Because I was even watching one culture video like last year of like wrestlers that never ever broke it.
Who was on there? Is Brock Lesnar?
It was mostly like luchador, like a lot of luchador wrestlers. Because
they still with the mask.
Yeah, of course,
yeah. But I can't remember. There was other wrestlers. I think it was not Nikolai.
Nikolai Volkov.
Yeah, not him.
Iron Sheik.
No, not Iron Sheik. Yeah, apparently he never used to break kayfabe.
Yeah, of course, he's not.
Break your back and make you humble.
I think we said about Hogan on Instagram.
Yeah.
Fuck Hogan.
He's the funniest person. I think it's Ivan
Volkov.
He was massive. I can't remember his name.
On what time was this?
This was like 80s.
80s. Wait, did he?
He was massive, but the thing is, he was playing a Russian communist.
Wait,
but he wasn't Russian. He was American. Let me try to find it.
It was not Ivan Volkov.
It might have been him.
Ivan Volkov. Iron Sheik's
I know what you use. Yeah, my man from Nikolai. No, not Nikolai.
Sorry, guys, sorry.
It's cool.
Yo, Brock Lesnar's on that list though.
Now because he doesn't like people at all.
He actually doesn't like people.
He doesn't like some.
From me, we was talking about this, innit? We were saying how obviously I watched the Beyond the Mat documentary today, and obviously I found out that Draw's got
paralyzed. That's
man. Sorry, Jaws, man. Honestly, when I saw the thing after, I felt so sad.
But it's like almost 20 years since that happened, bro.
Yeah, bro, it's proper sad, man.
And it was on D'Lo Brown.
D'Lo Brown accidentally thing.
Nikita, that's it. What am I talking about? Nikita Koloff.
Okay. I was saying that
he was he was an American guy.
Yeah.
But he used to play Russian, and when you see him in public, he just have the Russian accent, everything. Like you'd think he was really Russian. That's even like what's it called? Lana. Lana's American.
Yeah, she knows she's been breaking it now. She's got her own YouTube channel. Like, I'm CJ Perry. I'm like, brother, what is going on?
He looks serious, bro. Yeah, I was saying to Delboy that
shit. Yeah, he looks like a proper meathead, bro.
Trust me, fam. Zenzobo that I knew. See when Brock Lesnar done that thing to Hulk Hogan, I think he meant it. You know.
Alright, let's do.
I'm sorry, guys.
I wanted to.
He's lucky that Hulk Hogan is quite like. I don't know. He recovered quick from that. Did he recover quick?
Well, like yeah.
But he was looking for him though. He was looking around looking for him and that.
From what I looked at, and this is like off memory, years back. Yeah, some people was like Holly, because technically Brock was like a rookie, like seen as a rookie, because he's only been that was like end of 2002, innit?
Yeah.
So
rookie,
around about a year he's been in the business, and apparently it was like he was sandbagging him. Because Brock can pick up anybody.
Yeah.
We saw it.
What do you mean sandbagging?
Oh,
As
like,
in, so let's say I'm meant to carry you.
Yeah.
Of course, I could use my strength to pick you up. But obviously, you have to use your weight to lift yourself up as well.
Choke slams, you'll go up together. If it's like that, you'll be like, it'll be a struggle, innit? So he apparently, but again off memory, there was a powerbomb in it, but he just was like not giving him the weight, and he's like, well, I need to drop you, bro.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar fuck it.
You can tell Brock Lesnar was kind of shocked that he done it, because when he done it, he was like, you see it? He kind of said,
hey!
What the fuck have I done? Fingers on the floor like this. Oh, man. Yeah, bro.
I remember there was even one F5 that he done to A-Train.
And he threw him.
So he was running, he was like spinning around. Yeah.
And
he landed. I remember when I saw that live, I was like, yeah, this nigga is dead. This nigga is dead.
My little cousin Reggie, shout out Reggie Nelson, innit? He used to love Brock Lesnar from. So this guy used to show Brock. I never used to watch like Brock Lesnar. Like, I never used to look out for him like that. Until he told me that there's one guy called Brock Lesnar used to look out for. He's serious, bro. So when I saw this guy, I was like, this guy. I thought he had a gimmick here, where he was like a Polish or Russian sort of.
Word. Oh, you never had him talk.
I didn't hear him speak.
Oh,
I heard him speak. I was like, oh shit, this guy's actually American from. But he used to do this and that sort of stuff. I was like, oh, he's probably coming on like a. You don't have that sort of like that character that's like Polish or Russian, but he's just trying to break rules in WWE.
Like Vladimir Klose.
Yeah, like a Kozlov thing, innit? So that's bro.
Oh snap!
That's funny, fam. Yeah, what's it? Oh yeah, back to Kofi Kingston. What were we saying?
Well, yeah, we can talk about it. So, was we talk about the chamber or from Tuesday?
I think the whole thing in general. Let's start from the part where. Let's start from one of the moments where we spoke about the group chat where, I think it was Daniel Bryan or someone. He's like, I've been waiting 11 years.
Yeah, I mean,
that was flipping sad. That hit me.
I know. I want to go back to the entire week, like. So the Tuesday, obviously, that's when because it was
Tuesday that just went past.
Yeah, what just went past. Yeah. Ali was obviously injured, innit? So there was like a random promo. New Day came out, and they want to decide who's gonna go. So when the gauntlet started, obviously it was Bryan versus Kofi. So when I saw that, I was thinking, okay, he's gonna
quick squash.
Quick squash.
But it'll be like a 10-minute match.
Yeah, it does well. And then Bryan, he's the one that does the gauntlet, and then he like loses to Orton or something. Yeah. But a full-on 20-25 minute match, and then he pins him. So I'm like, oh word, okay,
something's gonna happen. Yeah.
Cool. He's gonna do the next one, and it's bad that we say that, but when you've got so much wrestling, you used to like the bad guys winning or some, and then he beat Jeff Hardy, Cash, in like 5 minutes. Then he beat Samoa Joe with the Bret Hart finish. You know when he's in like a
and he turns around
to put them on that one.
That one, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
And then he gets beaten up by Samoa Joe. So I'm thinking, all right, now that's that. But then, to be honest, when I saw that, I was thinking, he might win the whole thing. He's beat three big people now, and then AJ like lets him back in the ring and that. And then they're having a full-on match, and he's like, "Oh, I've been 11 years," but like showing heart, and I'm like, "Raw."
Yeah.
And then at that point, the comment, "Oh, it's been an hour." And then when he lost, the way AJ lost was kind of dickhead thing, like just RKO 20 seconds.
But it makes sense. Character, but
it hurt me because that's my guy. But if you haven't seen it, guys, there was this backstage promo that Kofi did with Big E and Xavier to their side, and it was like a 7-minute promo, and it just was like talking from the heart, and that's what made me think, right, there's a chance he could win this, because it wasn't nothing to do with pancakes and making jokes. They were all like, the whole point of the New Day is to make Kofi champion. Yeah. So when I heard that, this is before it even became like an angle. I'm thinking, this could be like a last minute program and that. So going fast forward into the chamber, which you will watch now, Because I was watching it when it was live.
I watched it
the
when
next
it was
day.
live, but I fell asleep after the women's one. So when I woke up the next morning, I watched it.
Yeah, we watched that at work.
Well, okay, yeah. That whole match now. From when the crowd was now getting involved, like, we want him to win.
The crowd was amazing. By the way.
Yeah, like, Kofi.
As opposed to Raw.
We'll talk about that.
We'll get on to that.
NXT guys need love.
They
talk about that.
They do.
We'll talk about that.
Like, the whole... If you remember, I don't know if you guys know, but there was 10 years ago, there was this feud between Orton and Kofi,
Kofi was meant to get punt kicked. He didn't stay down.
Is that when Randy Orton was like, you stupid?
Yeah. He was supposed to be... Randy was to have his move called the punt kick. He used to kick you in the head, basically. Yeah. And you're supposed to stay down for it.
He didn't stay down.
He was like punching on the floor, and then Orton, Kofi got up thinking it's the RKO, and Orton's like, stupid, and then like gave him a snog.
I know. You see that RKO that Randy Orton done to him?
Bruv.
He meant that. That was legit. That was legit.
Post that. He dragged his head down like, you prick. And then from then...
Stupid.
Then he was stuck in the tag division and just random matches now, So it was quite sweet. Like, after 10 years' time, you get to see them two go out. And I ain't gonna lie, my heart was racing thinking, okay, he's gonna lose again. And then he beat him with was it the Trouble in Paradise?
Yeah.
The kick.
This one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna put this.
Look at it.
Oh no, he did. He
meant that one.
And he got out like stupid before he pinned him as well. So.
Randy Orton.
But then but for me, I feel like there's a mistake on. For me, I feel like that's a mistake on Randy Orton's part. Because usually when he used to set up for the punt, he'd hold on to the ropes. He never used to bang onto the thing. So
that's
for the RKO. So
yeah.
I can't lie, I was gonna say something Brad, did it? I love Randy Orton, but he looks racist.
It's true.
He looks like something from American History X, fam. He's stupid.
Them skinheads. Get out.
He looks like something from Higher Learning or something. Randy, bro. Wait, what we say? Sorry.
No, that's cool. So the order of it was Samoa Joe got eliminated quickly, and I don't know what they're doing with Samoa Joe, but it is what it is. We'll talk about it.
I don't know what they're doing with him, but I feel like with Samoa Joe, he's still in a decent place where wins and losses don't really matter to him at this moment in time because he's still able to deliver, and he could pop up in the main event whenever.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like someone like, let's say like Andrade, where he needs the momentum for him to be able to get to the top. Whereas Samoa Joe, like, as much as a lot of the wrestlers in WWE are solidified, they've solidified their spot. But I feel like Samoa Joe is more or less in the AJ Styles tier. You know
I feel like I agree, but I think any more losses and he'll end up like Bray Wyatt. If you remember Bray Wyatt, these sick promos, says a bunch of stuff and he'll just lose.
Yeah, because the thing with Bray Wyatt for me, I felt like there was a period where Bray Wyatt's he has such a safe character where whether he loses or not, his promos will always save him. Yeah. But it's gotten to a point where the losing was way too much. He
lost.
I felt like he was being punished.
Yeah, bro. If we go back, he lost almost every. For example, the John Cena feud, he should not have lost at WrestleMania.
This is why we kept saying that John Cena. He's a
digger.
He's a barrier.
Get me? There's extra dirt on the side, bro. The way that the whole. We're gonna talk about it in a sec. Because I got a lot to say about Cena. I ain't gonna lie. I got a lot. But finishing wrapping up quick here. So he gets the pin Orton, which is good, and then it's left to Orton eliminated AJ, which was sick as well. The match between Kofi and Bryan, and the crowd was getting hyped. It reminded me of like Santino in 2012.
Santino
Morella.
In Elimination Chamber?
Yeah, back in 2012.
Yeah, he nearly won it.
What was won it?
Wait, remind me. Let me tell you. Let me tell you something. You see, with wrestling, there's bare moments that someone will come up to you and say, "Oh, do you remember when Ultimate Warrior lifted up Sting?" And you were like, "What was that?" Then you have to get reminded.
Yeah. Okay, no, that's cool. Yeah. So, that's cool.
I'm trying to think who was he up against?
It was Big Show, Wade Barrett, Cody Rhodes.
That was when wrestling was a mess. I can't lie. It was a mess. I'm being dead wrong. Am I lying? Am I lying by saying that?
No,
it was messy, fam. What if it was something?
No, but the thing is, I don't blame them because think of it like this. You remember that match?
Yeah.
Santino could have won.
How?
He could have won. He could have won. No. Listen, if you watch, no. Like obviously, thinking about it on a level, he's not going to win.
I'm sure Santino nearly won the Royal Rumble as well. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Think of it like this. Yeah. Think of it like this. us as wrestling fans, we buy into the underdogs. That's what it is. We
Thank you.
buy into the underdogs.
Even if it don't make sense.
Even if it doesn't make sense. In our head, we're thinking, you know what? Shit, this could actually happen. So you see with Jinder Mahal winning the WWE title, I'm not going to lie to you, I was not mad. I was happy.
I was happy.
I was happy. See, in my head, I was thinking, wait, Jinder Mahal, 3MB, Great Khali, like this guy actually won the title.
This one.
Yeah, bro. Bro, honestly, yeah, watch that.
Nearly won.
Yeah, you pinned him.
Bro,
Fam, he nearly won.
bro, listen.
When Santi Marilla?
Oh, he's
retired.
going to be tired.
Retired?
Yeah.
Why?
Bare injuries.
Oh, bless him, man.
I'll show you. Watch the last 5 minutes, yeah. That's one of my favorite chambers. I said it when Tonte said what was your favorites, because those last 5 minutes, like the crowd was just like, as you said, for underdogs they were like, fuck it, all right, cool. And again, it's always
Especially if it's like, it's not like it was like a one-sided match where it's Cleveland.
Yeah.
When there's a chance that he might actually take this, he might actually take this match. Then it's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm buying into this guy.
Exactly. So imagine that now for a person. I'm not saying for Kofi. He's always I don't want to say he's always been an underdog. He's never got the opportunity.
Yeah.
So to see him to have the opportunity and what he did on Tuesday and to see us against Brian, it just was like
You have to buy into it.
You was like, I was sitting
This
there.
might actually be his chance.
When the camera was panning on him and he's sitting there, yeah, and then there was a moment when the match is going on now, they're kicking each other, and then he kicks him, and then Kofi's like, no, come. 11 years. That's I got chills, bro. That's when I stood up.
I listened to the group chat straight.
Yeah, you did.
I saw some match. I'm getting goosebumps,
Bro, I stood up. I was like, nah. There's a chance, you know, and the crowd's getting gassed. Kofi. And it went like a squash. That segment lasted like about 8 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
Back and forth. He kicks out of the knee. Barely anyone's kicked out of the knee, bro.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, man. In the end, like because he even almost tapped out and he grabbed the ropes, and then the crowd is like, it was building to the point where he's kicked out he's gotten out of his submission, he's kicked out of the knee. I was like, bro, he's gonna win because
But when you went on top of him, that's stupid.
yeah, that's
I call it the Asamoah Gyan moment. If you know guys know about football, there's a guy called Asamoah Gyan that missed a penalty that nearly took Ghana to the semi-finals. One of the first African countries to get to the semi-finals ever, and he missed it. That was Kofi Kingston. I think this man probably watched so much. Go, wait, I think we should get the coffee.
and he's got a name as well.
He said that I was a wrong accent from. He said that guy Asamoah Gyan. I think we should copy that man. Jump on the top rope. Man, fucked it up, fam. You should have done that, fam.
But after the match, I was on Twitter and like the acts that he was getting was insane. Fellow wrestlers were saying, Kofi, let's go.
I could say like Kofi for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Bro, Seth Rollins was saying it. Some of the guys from 205 were saying
other than Rusev was like...
Yeah, Rusev was like, Kofi Mania doesn't exist. But the entire thing, like, it felt so believable. And I was saying in the group chat as well, I was like, WrestleMania. Like, there's a match that you didn't expect to have. Now you have it. Yeah. The crowd want it. They've been saying, oh, it's our era. We get to choose what we're on. Well, we're choosing. We want him for WrestleMania. He needs to be the first full-on black champion.
This is why
Ghanaian. Bro, Ghanaian, fam. That's mad. Hey, bro, they'll be street.
And if he wins,
I was just about to
say his name. I was just about to say. I was just about to say Kofi Kingston versus Baba Tunde.
You're gonna get a coach in Ghana. See the football teams in the Champions League or something. You're gonna do the victory parade. You're gonna victory and say, yeah.
That's what happened to Jinder Mahal when he won the WWE title.
When he went to
India.
Yeah. Coach.
No, he was just like literally. Yeah, they love him. This time, my man's Canadian.
I don't think
Bro, it's like UK the way we bred the Usain Bolt, fam. Like he's ours.
Yeah.
21 Savage ours though.
Well, yeah. What was he saying, fam? Should we quickly run down the results just in case people don't know for Elimination Chamber? Yeah, so Buddy Murphy defeated Akira Tozawa.
Oh, that match, yeah?
Listen!
Oh, my days!
Listen to me. I've been saying this. Buddy Murphy is top 3 wrestlers in WWE. Someone fight me. Fight me. Facts and energy. Buddy Murphy is top 3 wrestlers.
Real.
This is
complete facts and energy in that statement.
This is what me and Lloyd were saying on the train, yeah? they need to stop segregating the rosters.
Yes.
Bring the
Let's make our world right
cruiserweight.
now.
Bring the
Let's make our
cruiserweights.
wrestling world right now. Let's make our wrestling world right now.
Bring the cruiserweights to the main roster.
Listen, we have to make our wrestling world right.
I want to see
now.
Buddy Murphy versus Daniel Bryan.
They need to scrap-
Oh, fam! I've been thinking that.
I want to see. Listen, I have goosebumps thinking about it. I have goosebumps.
Listen. What I'm gonna say right now, guys. What is our ideal wrestling world right now? Because mine is, I already told you, bro. Scrap NXT, scrap 205 Live.
Ooh, okay.
Bring back the draft and put everyone in one roster.
Oh,
And after do that whole thing again. World General Manager, SmackDown General Manager.
Okay.
You lot do your draft, and after you lot pick teams. You lot pick superstars. And at the end you have that whole Survivor Series thing where it's very exciting, SmackDown versus Raw, and you understand where there's there's more hunger to it. But now it's like people are just turning up. We don't even see some of these wrestlers. Look at Ty Dillinger, he just left. Man hasn't wrestled in 2 years. Do you understand? We need to we need to see that thing again. And also, what did we say as well on the thing on the way here? We said that thing about how we wanted to get see back in the day, you watching SmackDown and you get Brock Lesnar, heavyweight champion versus someone like Tajiri.
Yeah.
We want to see that shit back.
Oh yeah, like not just they were separated.
Bro.
Yeah, I feel, yeah. Because even there was a like Brock versus Rey Mysterio. Like just calm, let's just do it for the sake of
Pete, I
it.
think this is the problem with WWE. WWE is so loaded with wrestlers.
Fam, so
That
much.
they have so much talent on all of these rosters. There's no way that we like one night on Raw we can't see Seth Rollins versus Zack Ryder or Andrade versus Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure you've seen that already. I mean, in terms of like the hierarchy, obviously we've got the lower card wrestlers. There's no way we can't put a lower card wrestler versus a top tier wrestler.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it benefits everyone.
It does.
So
I feel like, first of all, I think it's just if you're gonna have 205 Live, you need to allow them to just like. I just feel like NXT and 205 should just be allowed to just go bounce wherever, or even matches like in NXT, whoever wins, they get to have a main roster fight. So like like even at that Worlds Collide thing, everyone was fighting and they get to choose. Imagine that for the entire because 205 don't have a pay per view.
They don't.
yeah.
And
And
NXT
they're stuck to the
Do you know what it is?
kickoff show.
Do you know what it
Kickoff
is?
show.
They're working like the flipping game, bro. Do you know in the game you can have a minor roster and you have a main roster. Do you know when you do like?
Okay, I don't. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Universe mode, innit?
yeah.
They're moving like that, fam. Like the mini rosters, like the mini rosters. You can't have like pay per views in it.
They're like super. It's like WWE Superstar. It's
Superstars.
like it's just fillers. You know what I'm saying? And my
Main
thing is-
event.
Yeah. My thing is, why are you fleshing out your roster with all of these talents
Exactly.
and then you're not utilizing them? Fam, when was the last time I saw Eric Young have a fight before he had a match with Ricochet?
Someone tweet that as well.
Santi have been on the main roster for at least a year. I've only seen them have like 2 or 3 matches.
It's mad.
And I think the last time I even saw them have a match was at
Survivor Series. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the last time I
So
saw them
guys,
have a match.
what do you think can solve this? Because I think the only way that can solve this is through my blueprint which I had in it. And look, this is an example of it. You've had the biggest stars from NXT walk out on Raw, and they didn't even get the what do you call it? The gas moments that they were meant to get.
Yeah.
Do you understand? The standing ovation I was meant to get.
Yeah.
They didn't even get oh my god. They didn't get none of that.
It's
Everyone was
it's a new guy. Alright,
Yeah.
just want to see what you can do.
everyone was living at me in the first episode. I remember.
I feel you.
I
Yeah,
watched NXT.
yeah.
No one has time for NXT.
Yeah.
If you don't know what NXT is, you don't give a toss about the wrestlers. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
If you're not looking out for them, you're not gonna care about the wrestlers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that's what the majority of the fans were like. You understand? When they saw these wrestlers come out, they were like, these are probably jobbers. Do you understand? Like,
But my thing is, the differentiation was mad because on Raw, there was no kind of like acknowledgement for them. But for on SmackDown, when they came on, it was like NXT.
Because I think they had a takeover at that spot where other time
they had a takeover. So, but what would you do in terms of like to fix this whole problem with the overload of talent and them not being utilized? What do you think you'd do?
every show has to be important. If you're gonna make 3, like I'll have Raw be Raw, SmackDown be SmackDown, NXT. All these lower card people who are not doing nothing on SmackDown and Raw, just do some.
Here he is, the under. The under. The under is now. The under is now here.
Nah, it's just the under.
This is the under. You're late.
we lied, didn't it? We said that you left the podcast, didn't it?
No, it's the truth. Because Mark,
We said that because Undertaker's retired. You're going to chill with him, innit?
What does Undertaker live? Does he live in the snow or something?
Ask him. He's from there.
He's from Texas.
Death Valley, innit?
Texas.
Yeah.
Bro, I see on his Snapchat, he's got bare pictures of him in the snow and that one.
Just because your guy's champion. You know what? Yeah, I actually give him a bit of ratings as well.
Thank you. What?
Wait. Say on the mic. Say on the mic.
I said I give Velveteen Dream. See,
He even said his name.
Valentino is gone out the window.
I give him some ratings. I won't lie. He's got potential there.
Thank you.
Big up Velveteen still.
You see what I mean? But he's a performer. He's a performer, innit? That whole.
Even his promo after he won the championship was a bit funny still. I liked it. It was a bit tapped to the head.
That's good.
We're talking about how we'd fix the whole roster problem.
Yeah.
Roster,
So just say it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Say it, yeah.
So basically, every show should mean something. So Raw is Raw. Raw's always gonna be the baby in it. SmackDown is where people get a chance to like have like cool matches in that. NXT is just work rate sick. And there's a lot of people like Ty Dillinger who were just doing nothing on the main roster. Allow them to go to NXT and just have a few matches and stuff. Just like flex.
I think that's
I think as well 205 Live, as you said, like there's only one championship there, so there's only so much you can do. It's an hour show. It gets shown after SmackDown, so people there's not enough attention. Like for example, back in the day, remember?
Cruiserweights.
Yeah,
in every roster.
Yeah, and not just that. Back in the day, there was a lot of vignettes, bro. Like if someone was about to debut, for example, one of my friends.
Caribbean Cool.
Yeah. Like Caribbean Cool, Mordecai, Nathan Jones, all these people, weeks after promos of them coming soon. So now you don't even know who this Don is, but it's in your head for like a whole month. Bare videos. And then when
I say fold every roster, put them into
I would say that like how many adverts did they do? Like we never do all these like.
They'd even do it for wrestlers that are already on the roster
Exactly,
as well.
because NXT do that. NXT for their breaks is promoting what pay-per-views coming next, or a minute. Like there was even this.
It's a call to action.
Yeah, like a Bianca Belair like promo, and then they talk about it after. Oh, during the break, Bianca was saying this. Like there's so many dead segments here on these big shows, especially Raw. I think Raw should be the one where during these 3 hours they should be playing. Whatever feud's going on NXT, check-in Wednesday, there's going to be a big match between Gargano and Dream. 30-second videos of like somebody talking about, oh, did you see NXT? Like them little sprinkles, because people watch Raw and that's it. Some people don't even check SmackDown. You get me?
Yeah.
So
the crowd was pretty poor this week, man.
Yeah, bro. Imagine that's what we're talking about. So I would say. Use Raw as your advertising. Who remembers GM mode? On GM mode you could do like main event hype, and you could do like advertising and returning superstar. Do that like every week. Have like 3 people you're gonna choose, even if it's someone that just arrived. Even like for these guys who just come from NXT, but like Ricochet is this person. A little like 30-second clip of the end of one of his sick matches, when he won the championship or something. Because then if I'm going this bareback, I'm like, who's this guy? There's how many guys I got to remember on the roster. I would say do that, and then NXT have a backstage promo of like someone from the main roster like walking around and NXT backstage like, oh, what's Eric Young doing back here? And he had some promo. Oh, was disrespect on the main roster. Now no one cares, so now I'm the guy. I won't let anybody go to the main roster. So not like a reverse like
back what Tyson Kidd's done when he went
exactly.
back to NXT.
Look how sick, bro. You know how sick Tyson Kidd was in NXT. Justin Gabe.
Cesaro.
Sick.
Cesaro's match in NXT was definitely top 3 matches.
With
Sami Zayn.
That
was a sick match. Sami Zayn.
Yeah. But you see what I'm saying? And even there's been things like live events where like Harper's gone down there, or Tyler Breeze has gone.
Sasha Banks then flipping Bay. Is it?
Yeah.
They were in NXT this on the taping, weren't they?
Yeah. Oh, don't spoil it though. I don't know.
Oh shit.
No, it's cool. It's cool. But
I spoiled it for you guys.
But I don't want to go too long. But what I think if the main show brings every Monday, everyone knows Raw comes on. So use that as your machine to drive. The same way they talk about the pay-per-views, next Sunday, say something about SmackDown, something about NXT, something about 205 Live. Don't tune out after SmackDown. We've got a big match between Buddy Murphy versus Tozawa, 2 out of 3 falls. All right, let me check that. You get me?
Yeah. Gas it up.
Because then what's going to keep happening? How many people's come from NXT, and they've just died on the main roster, bro? It's mad. What do you guys think?
No, I definitely agree.
That's a good point.
I think for me, I'd probably make NXT 2 hours. I don't even lie to you.
No,
I think I'd make NXT 2
Well,
hours.
again, what you need to deep is this, yeah. You make NXT 2 hours. How are you gonna get people to watch that? I didn't used to watch NXT before. I didn't give a fuck about NXT.
I think it's what I'm saying.
So that could
That's what I'm
work,
trying to
but
say.
I think we should include the NXT stars in the main roster.
But
But then again, you know, finish your point. I feel like I'm
no,
biased.
no, that makes sense. I just feel like, but then again, it's a bit complicated because they film theirs in advance. They do delay taping, so so exactly with Velveteen Dream, we found out how many weeks ago that he won the title, and it's only now that it's coming out. You know what I'm saying? So, I'll scrap the cruiserweight division completely. Not even scrap it, but scrap 205 Live. You know what I'm saying? No, what you disagree?
Okay, go on.
No, my thing is
go on, because you know what? Yeah, I feel like the cruiserweight division has always been underrated in every era, and I hate that. Like,
which is true.
No,
I do feel you. I do feel, but if you see with me now, I feel like with the cruiserweight division now, there is a glass ceiling for them. Like, okay, cool. You've gotten to like, okay, cool. For some wrestlers, your main roster push is 205 Live. But let's be real, 205 Live is filmed after SmackDown. Majority of the people there that have gone to watch SmackDown, they don't even care for the cruiserweight division. They leave. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these wrestlers are talented. Look at people like Mike Kanellis, that he was a main event wrestler in TNA, main event wrestler in Ring of Honor. Yeah, that's You've got people like Buddy Murphy that was he was
Mustafa Ali,
he's resurged himself, and he's the best wrestler. In, you've got Cedric Alexander,
the Brian Kendrick.
Bro, listen, you've got all these talent that. People like Brian Kendrick that was on the main roster before. Cedric, you know what I'm saying? These are men that would survive on the main roster and could have sick matches with people on the main roster.
And they were still on the same roster.
That's what my point.
You know what I'm saying?
You see when we said something like having Brock Lesnar versus flipping
Mysterio.
We used to have that back in the day. Bring that back.
The ruthless aggression.
There's no way that on there's no way that you can tell me that a SmackDown advertised match of Samoa Joe versus Cedric Alexander won't do well.
It will do well.
Bang!
That could be a whole gimmick for Samoa Joe. Like fuck 205. I'm gonna punch up everybody from there.
Like, fam, he can start off a promo like, oh yeah, what's it called? Back in the day, I was in a promotion where there was no limits. I was in a promotion where, you know, there was no limits. Now we've got these people with 205. I'll go through all of them. Yeah. And he can have sick matches with every single one of them. And until he gets to Buddy Murphy. You know what I'm saying? And
so sick, bro.
Invasion!
That's why
He loves it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I feel like...
Let me zoom in on that reaction.
Like, there's no way in hell, like, don't get me wrong, I watch 205 because I enjoy the matches. But for me, it's kind of like, 1 minute this person's a heel, 1 minute they're a face. Yeah. Then I don't understand, it's like, even though they've cut down on the storylines. But even, fam, do you remember when they first introduced the 205 Live? And they had, what's his name, Noam Dar with Alicia Fox.
Yeah.
Like, it made no sense.
Then she was with random people after that. And
it made no sense.
Like, the only story I can remember from 205 Live was when Rich Swann was there. Yeah. And he and then they were building him up to get the championship. But then after that, it kind of was like, okay. Yeah. Like, we've had multiple champions now.
Like, even when Neville was there, like, Neville...
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Neville,
oh, yeah.
Like, even with Neville,
even with Neville,
because remember they tried to tease something with him and Bray Wyatt. Not Bray Wyatt, him and Braun Strowman. Okay. Like, them together. So that would have been a sick. So imagine if Neville, like, because for me, Neville, like, he is one of the sickest wrestlers in the world. So imagine if he now come to say, what's it called? What?
Why is your hand?
Huh?
Why is your hand like that?
And he broke his finger.
We want to say it's mediocre.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, you know what I said. But what would be...
say he's mediocre. Like,
You know what I'm saying? No, but what could have been done is something similar to that. When Kevin Owens first came onto the main roster with the NXT title, like, you know what? I'm done with the cruiserweight division, or something like in TNA when they used to do Option C, where the X Division champion would cash in the title. Like, fam, I'd be happy to see Adrian Neville versus Brock Lesnar. I think that'd be a sick match. Or him versus Roman Reigns. Even him versus Seth Rollins. Like, remember when he nearly won the title from Seth Rollins? It was a sick match.
Yeah.
But like you said, I feel like the cruiserweights of this era can match up to the heavyweights. Like.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
bro. To be honest, the
Bro,
styles kind of the
the
same.
rosters just book anyway. Like Seth Rollins like 220.
Word. And
I'm
the style,
saying?
they all do the outside dive. They
all do the outside dive.
kind of like jump off the rope and do some sort of like
Exactly.
Hurricanrana.
Like Khalees is not on 205. I'm so stunned.
I think
Like,
what? That's
he
because
is
he
on
is.
205,
But then he goes
comes
closer
in
to
and
Raw
out.
as well. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I think WWE right now. I think the current state of it is, it's just it's just all over the place.
You can hear me? Oh, wait, I wasn't recorded.
No, well, you was, but that whatever you've been recording,
It's gonna sound. It's gonna be.
it's gonna sound like you're like a Gruffalo. Why would you assume this is the back?
I didn't see. G. I was.
Well, we live, innit?
Thanks, bro.
We can edit it, like make it louder, innit? It's
You can, but
it's gonna be muffled, innit? But I
But
wouldn't hear you. Yeah.
I was talking bears, you know.
Who did this? Like, this was there. See this? You see this?
This game, bro. This game.
Okay, I see a blue light screaming at me.
It's me, Austin! Oh, son of a...
Sorry, I had technical
Sorry to sound
difficulties.
dumb,
You probably
but
could hear me
I thought
before.
Mics were just like a 360 like that. I make music. I should know. This.
You probably could hear me
You know
before.
what? It's just something that Hulk Hogan will probably do anyway, so you know it's fine.
Hey, speaking of Hulk Hogan, I've got some facts and energy for you lot. It's okay, Mark Calloway. Don't worry, I'll come for you. Apparently, there's gonna be a biopic of Hulk Hogan, and Chris Thor's gonna be Hulk Hogan. What? Thor's gonna play Hulk Hogan. Chris Hemsworth.
They're gonna make Hulk Hogan bare sexy for no reason. I don't know why.
They're gonna get.
They include him being fucking
They're
racist.
gonna get a bis. They're gonna get a bis as Andre the Giant.
Oh, bang.
Bang! Tell me that one bang.
Having a business Andre the Giant.
That'll be sick.
That could work.
Yeah, that'll be sick, innit?
Okay, yeah, why not?
Why not? What am I saying? Yeah, bro. That's embarrassing. I tried to divert, but, guys, if you probably listen to this, you're probably thinking, what the fuck is this guy's voice been?
Yeah.
My voice is back. I had a sore
I
throat.
think this one might have picked you. That might have picked you.
My voice.
This one looks
I had a sore throat in it. I had a sore throat.
To be fair, that mic was on.
That might
So maybe that together will give you your voice. I don't know.
So wait, how's it picking up the back? Fuck this shit. Cool. Listen. Fuck it. What am I saying?
I'm trying to think, but in terms of like Chris Hemsworth being Hulk Hogan, I'm intrigued to know, is it going to be like, is this going to be positive stuff?
I think no.
You know it's gonna be positive.
You know how biopics work.
Him lipping up.
You know how biopics
Andre.
work,
Him.
So are they not going to show his trial?
They
of, like,
will. I think they
He's a
will,
strong
bro.
man shit.
They
He's gonna
will.
show that he's a strong guy.
They will. No. Big Man thing. They will show you. They'll show the bad and the good. That's a biopic. Whoever shows a biopic when they show the good thing, the good all the
This
way.
is Hogan. We're
Have you not
talking
seen
about.
Bohemian Rhapsody? Bohemian Rhapsody. They show the
thing
bad
is,
and the good
yeah,
of Queen.
The thing is, the wrestler's gonna. Well, they're only. Well, Hulk Hogan's only gonna probably allow some content. I don't
Nah,
think
bro.
I agree.
I'll tell you
I
this.
agree with
I'll
Black.
tell you this. Then there's no point of making a biopic. Then it's not a
Hogan's
biopic.
like that, though. A lot
Because
of
you
people
know
in the
years
industry
back
say
they
Hogan's like that,
was
though.
gonna do a film about the Montreal screw job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand? They need to show the good and the bad. It
Yeah,
needs-
but.
it doesn't make sense for them. It doesn't make sense. What's the point then? For me personally, as a Hulk Hogan fan, what's the point of you?
My thing is, I don't think, like, okay, cool, I understand that, but I think what we're trying to say is that I feel like Hulk Hogan will try and take control of what's being put out there, even if he's not the one that's mainly involved in it, if you know what I'm saying.
What do you mean, as in like the whole?
As in, like, okay, cool. Because I'm sure with a biopic, they would want to seek him for information or whatnot, as much as getting from other people. But I'm sure there's going to be certain things that they want to touch on that he's just going to be like, listen, I'm not comfortable with that guy and the thing. So they'd have to kind of like exaggerate it or kind of like fictionalize it.
Gloss past it.
Yeah. So with the whole court case about the whole steroid case in the 90s with him and Vince McMahon, are they going to show that? Are they going to show his racism? Are they going to show his fucking TNA run?
Wait, cool. Wait. Sorry. Cool. No, but his TNA run could be good because that could show like the downfall of his character.
Bro, but you know, Hogan
Hogan
always had, Hogan always
started
has.
off-
He done a right at TNA.
He always has creative
It
control.
wasn't enjoyable
man.
to watch, bro, as a fan.
Nah, but how he business himself.
No, watching him on screen with Abyss, that I'm not gonna have uncomfortable. That was uncomfortable.
And like the main match he had against Sting at Bound for Glory. I was watching TNA at the time.
Yeah, Bound for Glory.
2011.
Random. Sorry. I just picked up something.
Go on.
I was meant to put in a group chat, yeah. Bruv, China wrestled in New Japan Pro.
Yeah.
I
And
didn't
she was
know
on
that.
TNA as well, right?
That's wrestling TNA as well.
I know TNA, but New Japan Pro.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Bro,
that.
you'd be surprised the amount of wrestlers that wrestled in New Japan. Goldust has wrestled there.
Yeah, Goldust has been there.
Goldberg.
I see Goldberg. Goldberg went there before he went to WWE.
Yeah,
So
before.
when we went to New Japan, I think Vince saw him and was like, yeah, we need him.
Yeah, Taker. Yeah, Taker's.
Taker's
wrestled
in what? In where?
In New Japan.
When was that?
In the early 90s, I think.
Early 90s.
Yeah.
Probably in the 90s they were linking up.
No, but was that
And the 80s.
was that like did he take a break from WWE or WWE allowed him?
I think this is probably after he left WCW.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
okay.
during them- it was
Okay.
actually during them times. I was
After he
thinking,
left WCW.
You know what? No.
Are you sure it was as the Undertaker?
He went as Undertaker, bro. Look.
So was it what?
There might have been.
Or was it
I'm
like
not gonna lie, I think
WCW
there might
days?
have
Like just
been.
before
Nah, he was no. This is before.
Yeah, before
This is
that
before he
era.
went to This is before he turned to Undertaker. So he went there as the
Calloway.
Mark Calloway, yeah, or whatever his name was.
That's still sick. He went
Sam
there,
Calloway.
Oh no, he went there he went there as himself.
Yeah, he went there as the Undertaker. I remember.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Come on.
And
don't
actually put
tell me
WWF
about
there.
My facts, bro.
Oh, he fought. What's that guy called? What's that guy called again?
Oh, was it?
I forgot his name,
shit.
bro.
But then I think them times.
The guy that's got tattoos on his
Mate,
face.
It's not. It's paint. It's not real tattoos.
It's paint, yeah, it's paint.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what's this guy's name? I forget.
But he was in WWE as well.
Yeah.
What, Shinzaki?
Nah, it's not even New Japan.
Shinzaki, I think that's
It's
it, yeah.
Michinoku Pro, apparently. It's not New Japan.
I think WWE were linked with them at that time.
Yeah.
They had, like,
Because of
link-
Tucker Michinoku.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
his
That's
organization.
Yeah,
so.
that's what I'm saying. I remember that.
Jeez, Undertaker's number one fan. what do you think about him retiring and not having like a
What do you think about him
a
having
final send off?
So, whoa, 2 questions.
What was your question? Did not hear that.
What do you think about him having beef with Vince McMahon? But answer the boys first.
Well,
Answer the boys first. Innit?
That's the one you asked me.
So what you asking? What do you mean?
I'm just throwing it there. I've got the power now. I've got the mic. Say what I want.
so you're trying to tell me, how does it feel for Undertaker retiring? Yeah.
Without like a proper send off or like any type of like.
You know what? It hurts, but at the same time, he's already done it already at WrestleMania. When he took down the gloves, that was enough.
But then he came back, so it
Yeah,
clearly wasn't
dragged it
enough.
on.
He dragged it on and went to go do Greatest Royal Rumble and have the worst
But-
match in his.
But I think his send off will probably be in the Hall of Fame. They'll probably put him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Maybe this year. Maybe.
Could be sick if he was, because I thought
Next couple of years.
But
do you
then
think
because
of the DX or
but because the X are main event I don't think they'll put him.
They might.
I think, but
But with
would
DX
you
main
rather him
eventing,
to be like
I'd rather him
the
do
main
it.
guy?
Yeah, I'd rather him do it like next year where
Like
he's main
2020,
eventing. Yeah, it makes
Undertaker,
sense.
No
yeah.
one's coming after him.
Yeah, I
That's
think
main
it'll
event.
probably be next year.
Because he's not a bushwhacker. He's not someone that's standing. You know what I'm saying?
I respect the bushwhackers. Respect the bushwhackers. How's that again? Like this.
Like, he's not a bushwhacker. You know what I'm saying? Like he's contributed as much, maybe more than DX. You know what I'm saying? So
More than DX.
as much or more, I don't know.
Only person is Michaels. That's it.
But he's in the. He was in DX.
I know that's the only person.
That's the only person.
No,
that's-
we need to talk about this as well. Yeah.
To be fair, his man Hogan.
has contributed a lot.
Has contributed.
More than Undertaker and DX.
What?
Yes.
But then if I want to get deep, I guess.
Yes.
Go, let him say it. Let him say it. Go on. Yes, go on. Yes, give it to them. Yes, sir.
Wait, Hogan and Taker is very difficult because
Wait, how?
Hogan hasn't been around as long. Like Hogan's only
enjoying
had
this.
his period in WWE and stopped. Came back. Yeah, brother, I'm done. Yeah, brother.
No, but wait.
Undertaker, consistent.
Are we talking in terms of like poster boys? Or are we talking in terms of like matches or what? In terms of
Yeah, poster boy Hogan, but he only had one era of being a poster boy. Ruthless aggression. He wasn't a poster boy. He
it was
wasn't
a
in
poster boy
every
when he came.
match.
It's a poster boy when he came back after when yeah, it was a poster boy there. He beat
What,
Triple
he-
H.
Oh, who beat for the title?
Huh? Undertaker. No, but I'm talking. Let's talk about this here. Let's talk about this
So
here.
when we talk about the poster boy, you got to understand. Hogan, I'm sorry, I had to. Hogan lost bare times, bro.
Yeah.
Hogan was a bit of a victim when he came at Ruthless Aggression because I feel like when he came back that time, like Vince McMahon, there's always a time where you have to pave the way, like he says. Like Undertaker, when he started losing matches recently, you're paving the way for the new generation. You're paving the way for the Brock Lesnar's.
That was clean, bro.
And I think around that period as well, it was kind of realization that listen, Hulk, it's not the 80s. The leverage you had then, yeah, you've still got leverage, but we have Brock, we have Triple H, we've got Undertaker, we've got Jericho. Like these are the people that are moving this product forward now. Like, yeah, you're a legend, that's cool, but the same leeway you had in the 80s and 90s, you don't have that now.
He didn't have
to
the
be
same
honest with
leeway.
you, the difference between the reason why Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan, well, the reason why Ric Flair's lasted longer than WWE because he could wrestle better.
Well, then Hulk Hogan. No, I'm asking you a question. Don't get angry. I'm asking you a question. No, I agree with you.
You gotta be careful now.
You have to be careful. You have to be careful because if you ask Blacks a question, he thinks, wait, you're challenging him. I'm just asking you to clarify so I can agree with you.
Can I give you on this? The same thing that's happening to John Cena right now is the same thing that happened to Hulk Hogan. I think the fans just got old. We're just getting too old for this shit. Am I lying?
People respect Cena as a legend though.
No, but people respect.
Cena comes back right now. He's getting a full pop.
But what I'm trying to say is that, he can't catch up to, he can't match up to these boys though in wrestling right now.
Cena can.
You think?
So wait, who's saying this? We're saying about Hogan?
I'm saying this. Yeah, I'm saying.
No, Cena can.
I'm
Cena
saying
can. He
what
proved
happened
it
to
against
Hulk Hogan?
Kevin
What happened
Owens.
to Hulk Hogan? Yeah, is like it's the same thing that's happened to Cena, as in like people are just getting too old for this whole gimmick. Am I lying?
To an extent. I get what you mean.
But I think there's been, in place of him, while he's been gone, there's been more exciting
only if Hulk Hogan did that racist thing didn't come out, you lot would still be put respect on Hulk
I
Hogan's
would
name.
have given up.
You would have.
Don't get me wrong.
No,
I would have got bored of him.
Don't get me wrong. I respect Hogan to a degree, but if we're talking in between those 4 ropes, I'm so sorry. Hulk Hogan is terrible. With a capital T.
You know, his presence is legendary.
His
when
presence
he comes
is
out,
legendary.
His persona, promo,
you
he knows how to gas
and his
anything.
size.
He can gas
That's
anything.
it.
I
You know
would
what I'm
never
saying?
chat shit about that.
But
John Cena at 40 is a way better wrestler than Hulk
I'll
Hogan
find you
at
a match.
40.
I'm gonna find you a lot of match of Hulk Hogan, one of Hulk Hogan's best matches. I'll find it for you.
It's not in America.
Can I
I'll
say
tell you that
something?
for free.
Yeah?
I'll send
It's in Japan. I'm being deadly serious. I'm being deadly serious.
something?
Hulk Hogan's best match is probably in New Japan.
Can I say something?
Yeah, he was he's former champion there.
Has Hulk Hogan ever jumped off the top rope?
Maybe in Japan.
Yeah, he probably yes.
Maybe in Japan.
I'll find it for you.
Find it. We have to reverse energy. I'm sure
feel
Undertaker used to drop. I'm sure Undertaker used to
Has
drop.
The Rock jumped off the top rope?
He's still crossbody.
I think it's
No.
he's probably done a axe
You still a crossbody. You still a crossbody.
That's
What's
his
that?
finisher.
Yeah.
He was Rocky
Oh,
Mafia.
Oh, it was 96 though.
I tried.
I like the Rock. Who was that?
Undertaker jumped off. Used to jump off the top rope.
Undertaker was a different
No, Undertaker
species.
was live-
Don't
was
go
live when he- yeah.
Undertaker jumped out of the ring.
Yeah.
He could do school.
Old school.
He's even done a drop kick.
Even at the
before.
elbow drop as
He's done an
well.
elbow drop.
You remember that move that Chris Van Royce did when he used to run as he did this? Like that. I can't explain.
Yeah.
And then leave me alone. We're like, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
The man was psycho.
Yeah. It's like some random backwards clothesline thing.
What would you say about the worst wrestling moves?
Well, what do you guys think about the worst wrestling moves? Like
Welsh.
the moves worst.
Oh, worse.
As in moves that you look at, you're thinking, how the fuck has this move gotten over? For me,
Bro, I'm not
personally,
gonna- go on.
it's Big Show's WMD.
Yes.
The punch.
Is that number one? Is that number one? Is that number one?
No, but that's up there for me.
Yes, do 5. Yes, do 5. Yes, do 5.
Big
Top
Show
5.
wants to punch
Top
you
5.
in the face.
But bro,
But in his normal matches, he punches you anyway.
But
Anyway.
like I said though, I said this in bare episodes. I said like you're banging. It's not like it's this different thing when he's doing this. He's just going and bangs you again.
No, but in his matches, he punches you anyway.
Obviously, this would never happen. If me and you were to go in a one-on-one scrap here, the chances of me knocking you out and you knocking me out is 50-50.
Yeah.
The Big Show is 7-4.
No, but here's what I'm saying.
Bro.
Okay,
No,
wait.
I feel you.
No, I feel you.
No,
Punch you.
blacks.
I said you're gonna get
Blacks. On a level, I agree
At
with
least for 10 seconds.
Yeah, I agree with everything you're saying. Yeah, my only thing is this. That's from the jump. So that's why if I'm going to swings for him, the first bang, I'm done. All of us are done. But what I don't get is that in the match he's doing that
He's
anyway.
punching you already. That's
And
what
then
I'm trying to say.
that's when he goes, and I would understand if
he's
he.
punching you like light, maybe it's a little.
No, but he's not.
But bro, let's be real. Hypothetically, it's a match. You're saying you want to win. So why are you giving me all this punching? You're even giving me the maddest chop that everyone can hear. And then when you're now pissed off, you should be pissed off at the beginning. Realistically, if you wanted to win the match, because there's matches where he will squash people, he will jerk, he will do this, he will do this, and then bang you in the face.
The towel's in his hand.
Because if it was like he was forearming and then he did the bang, then I understand. Just like AJ, he doesn't do the forearm until he.
Oh yeah.
Then like remember like Wade Barrett and that when the elbow and Cassius Ono and that. What I don't get is if it was a thing where he's like boom, then it's like that's the knockout bang. I understand, but he's literally doing this throughout a match, chopping you, then he goes and it's like this is
a
it.
choke slam there.
It's all over. That's what I don't get.
That's what I said to Lloyd.
No,
I don't like the choke slam.
I
don't. I feel like it's such a generic big man move that you just give it to any big man. I don't
So
like
do you think it's been gentrified then? Because it's been rinsed by.
Even Undertaker's got the choke slam. I like Undertaker. I mean,
No, but
this is the
choke
gentrified,
slam that bare people
deep
rinsed out
the
now.
choke slam though. Listen, that canvas that you're getting thrown on is hard, bro, and it hurts. So just when someone lifting you up, it's like a roller coaster, pow on the floor, it hurts, bro. So I think the choke slam.
I'll give credibility to it, but it's not.
Mr. Socko, I don't even understand how he gets away with that.
John Cena's fifth move.
The sixth one. When he fam, he goes like this.
He said he learned it in China.
Oh, that one, he fall down.
The thing is, when he done the promo, I got a bit gas. I thought, bro, what
Yeah,
you gonna do?
yeah.
Next minute,
Because you're forgetting, for the last few years, he's been bringing in some new moves. He's been bringing in some new moves. So everyone's thinking, he's probably practicing a moonsault or 450 splash or 054.
trust.
Then I saw the clip of him in China and he done it. I was like, I want a refund. I need my time back because I told her what the fuck this is.
I thought, Cena, you're taking the piss. Now.
I need my time back.
I like you. You're one of my favorite wrestlers, but you are taking the fucking piss.
See what I mean? These fans are getting too old. Back in the day, would have been amazed by that.
No,
What the hell was this? What the hell? Look, man would do, back in the day, man would do this, and they're gonna fall. We're like, I would that. But now, he does it. But like, what we doing?
I used to pump up his shoes as well.
I wanted the clips. Bro, man does that now. You be like, oh, bro, hey, yo, I beg you, don't bro, get up and go kick me in the face.
If I was a wrestler, I was like, bang.
We're getting old for this shit. We need reality wrestlers again.
That's how you watch New Japan. Correct. That's how you watch Ring of Honor.
Who's a reality wrestler right now?
That's why
Johnny Gargano's a reality wrestler.
Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe's a reality wrestler.
Samoa Joe goes straight to the point.
Ciampa's a reality wrestler. Brock Lesnar's a reality wrestler.
Orton
Fucks you up. Orton's a reality
Orton's
wrestler.
got character.
He's a main reality.
He can go reality.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Cena's in between because I see.
Can Randy Orton ever look funny? He can never look funny no more. You can't make him look funny no more. As in, you can't put him in the thing like a situation where he looks like a dickhead.
He's a goon.
Do you get what I mean?
Listen,
He's just a
I
goon.
think he's like the only road man in wrestling.
Yeah,
because
that's
he's
what
the Don in the end.
Samoa Joe,
Like, you be like,
them
hey,
two
why
are
don't you do
just
some singing?
goons.
You be like, I ain't doing that, cuz. It's like,
Do you get what I mean?
you can't roll up with
You
him.
can't make that's the sort of wrestlers that we need again. We need that what do you call kayfabes. We need it all around.
When I was ruthless
Kayfabe. We need all of them, fam.
So wait, what have you not discussed when I was gone, by the way?
Oh, we discussed.
Sorry.
Kofi Kingston.
No, but we want to talk about because I want to get your opinion on it. We talked about Kofi Kingston. We talked about what we would do about.
We talked about Beyond the Mat as well.
We talked Beyond the Mat. We should take
NXT call-ups. A little bit.
No, we haven't gone about
Yeah,
yet.
we haven't gone in depth for them,
yeah.
but we just said like, Raw was the reaction for Raw compared to SmackDown was a bit fugazi. But other than that,
And we haven't finished the Kofi Kingston.
we went on bare tangents. I won't even lie to you.
to
We
be
spoke
fair,
about
we did.
different things.
I don't think we've actually finished any conversation.
Like, I said the result. We spoke about. I said the results for Elimination Chamber.
I did,
We
because
went
talk about attack, yeah.
So,
just real quick, you said talk about the moves that you think that's the worst ones. This might get me a bit of like hate, but I think I understand that it's entertainment, but moves that just have too many things to it, I don't like.
in terms of what?
Like there's remember like wrestling like on WWE games and you can like make your finisher and then you can do things where you spin them around.
Oh yeah, stuff like that.
When it's just too much, like I'm sorry, but you know Jay Lethal's finisher when he goes to the
he does the
lethal
handspring
injection,
cutter,
the handspring, and he goes.
Oh, so he goes.
It's like
He
an
does a handspring
RKO
on the
before he
thing,
does
but then
spring,
he does like an
and then he
RKO.
knows who you are, and he goes.
But how do you catch that all the time?
That's what I'm saying. And to be honest, sometimes like you've banged the guy up, and then he's just standing there like that. I'll just move out the way.
You can't even do it on a possum. Like a possum thing. You remember possum back in the day?
Yeah, but it's
Pow!
like that.
He's getting like
Like to me, like it looks cool. It looks something you'll see like in a
circus.
yeah, or like it would work in a tag match if you distract the one other guy distracted.
Yeah,
the
someone's
other guy.
holding him up or something.
Yeah, or holding him up, and he's like, oh shit, boom. But just like a full on 20-25 minute match, yeah, and then he's just like, I'm a bit tired, yeah. Oh, he's coming. Oh no. 1, 2, can't kick out. It's just too fancy. It's just dead.
Yeah.
And I've seen him use it in like big boy matches, and this like again and again, because you know like when you're fighting someone and then like the first 2 times you counter it, like you know like the last ride when people are doing the mountain punches,
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
and then
yeah.
he goes nope,
that was
yeah,
sick.
like
That's sick.
you have that logical thing.
Or maybe if Mysterio tries to Hurricane Run, he's like, no.
And you or 619, you block your hand, you swat him. That type of stuff is just like, I'll just move out the way. Like I get it, you've had a long match and you're tired, but when I saw it, I just would never sit there and go, that's it.
That's one thing I have to keep telling myself. The boy in me, or the little child in me, always says to myself, Lloyd, the reason why Ken Shamrock was on the floor and The Rock is going left and right, coming back and going to do the thing is because Ken Shamrock is actually tired.
He's tired.
Ken Shamrock is very tired. He hasn't got time for this no more. He just wants to chill, so then The Rock can just deliver the people's elbow. How does the people's elbow work? I don't understand.
Bro, okay, you're so bad, yeah? I'm gonna just... Is that Mortal Kombat, bro? And you're just pressing the combat and it's still like, oh shit.
Oh shit! Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I'm
I
gonna
don't know.
lie. I shouldn't like. And same thing about the boy in me. Yeah, I shouldn't like the people's elbow, but I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's so that shit.
I can't deny
you. An Undertaker, the guy that just gives you one bang. You understand?
Yeah,
bro. You
but
like
I don't understand it.
Who's the
joke
Joker makes sense? Every Jericho move makes sense.
Yeah.
And no, it doesn't. Lion Salt.
Yeah. It does make
Unless it catches you on a possum thing.
But then a lot of people, but then you're forgetting a lot of people have like put their knees up or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So, so
That code breaker's a cheeky one, man.
Oh yeah,
Cheeky finisher.
I don't know. Like, what do you man think? Like, because I know I chat a lot of shit about the leg drop.
Sorry,
Yeah,
you know what move's actually dead? Styles Clash. I'm sorry.
Oh no!
Part two. You guys have seen it.
Oh,
You guys have seen it. Part two's about to come. Okay. Hey, Versi, I'm gonna defend you here.
What's man doing?
Versi, I'm gonna defend you. Versi, I'm gonna defend you.
I'm gonna say something.
Sam.
Give me your energy.
Listen, can I say something?
Yeah, go on.
I rate AJ Styles.
Yeah.
I rate him as a wrestler. He's hard. But that finisher, you could have created something much better.
One sec.
What, it's a handicap match? Is it really a handicap match?
What's it, Kev?
Hell yeah.
You see it,
Hey, the real viewers on Twitter know what time it is with these guys.
Don't get gas about the people that came to your side.
All I'm gonna say is, because at one point in my life, I did think that, you know what, Stars Clash, it could be a bit better.
What changed?
So I remember when Michelle McCool used to use it. I was thinking,
Michelle McCool uses it.
yeah, it should be. I can't
See
remember
life?
what she called it. But here's what I'm gonna say to you. You see, Stars Clash, in my humble opinion, from what I've seen it do to people, realistically, it is the most dangerous move in wrestling.
Ever. I could break it down.
It is the most
two people that broke the neck.
and I'll tell you why.
Power Driver got disqualified
which
for
is
a
fair.
reason.
No, which is fair.
Let's not
no,
talk about
no.
I'm
not discrediting you there.
talk
No, bro.
about-
I'm
No,
not
no,
discrediting
okay,
Bro,
back,
understand
back,
this. Wait,
back.
wait.
No, hold on.
Wait, bro, let me explain.
No, wait, you know what? I don't like when he does that. I don't like when he does that.
Bro, let me explain to you, yeah? Okay, cool. Let's get into, and even your boy that's a wrestler who'll probably back me on this as well. Okay, cool. Power Driver, yes.
He's probably gonna get on to me because I think he likes 80.
Okay, cool. Power Driver, naturally, that is a dangerous move. So for me, I'll put that number 2. With the Stars Clash, naturally, as a wrestler, when you're doing moves, you're told to tuck your neck in, innit? Yeah. So psychology is telling you, okay, cool, I'm about to get slammed. Let me tuck my neck in. So if you tuck your neck in while someone's slamming you downwards, you're gonna get paralyzed. And so AJ Styles has broken how many people's necks with that move? It got to a point where he was actually naturally using that move. And then indie wrestlers said, you know what, we're gonna have to put a ban on this move now, like in the independents.
Fam, New Japan, if you did it, the crowd would be shook like someone's gonna die.
Yeah,
because you did it.
Because naturally, because let's say you haven't taken a move before, so in your head you're thinking, okay, cool. Now you've been taught all your life, when you're about to take a move, you tuck your neck in so you protect yourself. But you're forgetting you're going forward, you're going front.
Yeah.
So if you tuck your neck in and you're going front and you land on your neck, Bro, if you watch it on YouTube, it's fucked.
No.
So-
Listen, I'm not. It just looks dead, didn't it?
I thought, look, listen.
It just looks dead.
Contact.
About how it can break your neck. It just looks dead.
I get it.
Compare it to a Stone Cold Stunner. What are you gonna get more gas by?
I'll say
Compare
something.
it to even a choke slam.
Oh, I've got something
Compare it to a last ride.
Yeah. Contact.
Let me say something, yeah. Quick, first two things, yeah. When WWE signed AJ Styles, I thought it was gonna ban the Styles Clash.
Yeah.
I thought it was saying you're not allowed to do that. You're gonna have to do a different move. Then he done it, and I was like, Second thing, when I first ever saw the Styles Clash, I remember me and Theo watching flipping Wrestling Channel, and he done it to someone on TNA. It was like, oh shit! And I remember I went on WWE, and the move was there. I remember I put on my character in it, and I was like, this move is flipping sick.
Yeah.
How the hell are you grabbing
Crash
someone
Holly
like
used to use
this?
it. Crash Holly used to use
Crash
it.
Holly, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How the hell can you grab someone like that, and slam their face forward? They have no control of their body. What other
even
wrestling
protect
moves?
their face.
You can't protect their face. What other wrestling moves are like that? Other than
Exactly, because things usually you're landing flat. Like
Yeah.
the choke slam,
what I mean?
Tombstone. All you gotta do is just like hope that Undertaker takes care of you. Power bombs, tuck your neck. Styles Clash, you're tucking your neck, but you're upside down.
It's a roller coaster,
and you don't
bro.
know. Usually you're used to falling that way, but then you're actually falling on your face.
yeah.
So you're thinking, okay, I'll tuck my neck. If
Lights
I
out.
got that, right on your neck, bro. You're
And
done.
also, the reason why I don't think it's fair to compare it to moves like Stone Cold Stunner and like Last Ride, you're forgetting we've grown up with WWE, you know what I'm saying? So those moves for us are tied to nostalgia. We've seen them in its best moments of them winning their WWE titles or ending rivalries. Whereas a lot of as we've now grown up, we've started watching TNA at a time where, okay, it's just an alternative. It's not really something that we're seeking to. Sure. So when we see AJ Styles win like the NWA heavyweight title, it's like, oh, okay, cool, this is sick, but it's not WWE. You know what I'm saying? So, but then again, you guys can argue. I've got nothing to say. I'm not disputing.
You know the thing is, I told you.
Tag me like that,
You know
bro.
what? Yeah.
You went. I'm like,
You know what? The phenomenal.
I'm tapped.
The phenomenal forearm is a good finisher. I think, what did AJ used to do? A corkscrew. No, did he used to do
Spiral tap.
Dude, that is a finisher, cuz.
I haven't seen him use that in years. Last time I saw him was I think it was his last match.
Like, I know what you can do, Age. Okay, the Styles Clash. All right. Okay, look. Technically, yes, it's dangerous. Ow, your neck could break, but it just looks dead. It just
I get what you're
looks
saying.
bro, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I know.
It just looks dead.
But I get what you're saying.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even this because it's like
Hulk
this is
Hogan's
my
leg
guy
drop.
and your guy, yeah.
Hulk
But
Hogan's leg drop looks dead.
No, hold
I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
But it hurts. But it hurts.
yeah.
Bro, did you feel it as his leg drops you?
No, but okay. I'm expensive. Listen. Let's do the physics. Let's do the
How bad is
physics.
that?
Let's do the physics. The leg drop wouldn't make sense if someone like The Rock did it, or someone like who's got small thighs. Like a cruiserweight did it. Tyler Bate did it. But someone like Hulk Hogan with big thighs, he's got muscle there, and I'm coming over here. Bam. Sometimes I don't even get your neck. Sometimes I get your face. So your face getting squashed. Bam, you're like, oh you can't see. Do you understand? You're dazed. You're dazed even more than the days that you saw before. So I've gone and I pin you. Do you understand? Deep the move, fam.
And he's excited.
Bro, one move that doesn't make sense is the Mr. What's it called? The Mr. Soccer move. How did he get away with that in the flipping attitude era?
Yeah.
What attitude is in that?
I swear sometimes he's pinned people with that. I swear he's like that. And he goes like that and they go,
Come on, man. Even this, I'd rather get a stick face than that, fam. Fuck that shit.
oh.
No, I wouldn't get a stick face. I'll go for
No, wait. You know what? I don't care what anyone says. Tag me in, bro. You know why? Yeah? This is why.
Huh?
No, hold on. At least if you get a stick face, you can just be. Button toe, blood.
For those people who are new to the
don't care.
new to the podcast,
Why
stick face is basically when someone's bum is in your face. Mainly Rikishi's bum in your face.
Stink face. Like, can you just show them like?
No,
in
but
this
then again,
clip
one
here?
person. Okay, the logic behind the stick face is this: if Rikishi's gonna do a stick face, yeah, you can actually escape it. You understand? Or move, go under the ring. Yeah. But Mr. Socko's like this.
Fam, it's coming out of his balls. Fam, not only is it a
pulls
dust, he's balls there.
Mick Foley is sweaty during the match.
Fam, yes, fam. He's balls there. Imagine the man.
You can't escape Mr. Socko.
Fam, imagine a man that smoke weed, yeah. Big up the weed smokers. Imagine if it weren't. Big up the man, yeah. Imagine if it wasn't in the packet. Imagine if it wasn't in the packet and he's balls that on there. Oh, lemon.
You're smoking the guy's bull bags, fam.
I fully wouldn't smoke that. Man, them know I won't do that. I won't smoke that.
You know what I'm saying? So Mr. Soccer, yeah, man's just like, yeah, cool, alright. Through a match as well. It's like
That, bam.
and you know what?
Someone's got blood on his face.
You know how struggle it is when it's like this? It's like,
It's scratching amongst the hair. Hey, look, you're disgusted, bro. I know you're disgusted.
But look, you can actually counter Mick Foley's move, bruv. Like, you can kick him in the balls or just slap him in his face.
But what's the chance-
Rikishi's ass is huge, cuz.
How many
That's
people?
so
Look, how
disgusting
many people
even
have?
saying it.
How
I
many
don't even
look,
want to think about
How
it.
many people
bruv.
have? How many people have escaped from the Rikishi stink face? Yeah, from the people that escaped from the Mr. Soccer move. But people, bro, once he's got you, bro. You're like this.
I feel like
That's how you're like
But
this.
what's the chances of him getting you unless you're laid unconscious? Just like with the stinky face, you're
What do
laid
you mean?
unconscious.
No, bro.
If you're awake,
come
and
on,
you're
bro.
awake,
no, but you know how
many times,
you know
yeah?
what I mean?
Have you not seen
Logically,
Mick Foley when- have you not-
logically, you
bro.
could just run away.
Have you not seen
See
Mick Foley when he
Foley,
does that? Have you
he's
seen Mick
not
Foley when he does
catching
that? He's getting it ready. He's getting it ready. When you turn around, bam in your mouth.
yeah.
I feel like Mick Foley has plenty of socks. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't
In
know.
his boxers.
No, I feel like he changes it every week. I feel like he goes gap. I feel like he goes gap. Every city he goes to, goes gap. Oh, can I have a pack of socks?
No,
Because don't forget, they do live. No,
During the match, bro, he's got blood in his face. He goes like that. Oh shit.
Yeah. We gotta fix the charges. Like, oh shit. Yeah, gotta jump off the top rope. What's it?
What's like it's a shaking?
Shane blood. Sweaty balls, fam, in your mouth, bro.
And then when Rikishi's done a shit before the match, yeah, man's gonna catering. Man ate the belly.
Hold that, my brother.
Man,
Hold that.
Hey, you man, 1 sec, yeah. Hey Vince, can you postpone the match to later on? I got to deal with something right real quick.
You know before the match when they planned the
We ran out of tissue, but it's fine. That's a myth.
And by the way, you know, like you said, Mustafa and Ali, these wrestlers do shit in the ring. Stinky face.
No, you finish me.
Stinky face.
So Pete, fam. Guess man, you go one against Rikishi. So you know, like the last 5 minutes of the match, right? You're gonna sit down. I'm gonna put my ass in your face, and
And you don't even know between those seconds if he's doing the shit while he's running.
I'm
So now, when he turns around, you don't know. Adrenaline.
All right.
I just had a
Okay.
Tamale.
Watch this. Okay, so you're talking about shit now. Imagine now if like Foley's saying something, yeah, got a fight, but I ain't gone toilet yet. So just before he goes to the sock, like he jumped a little bit and he's like, oh shit, a bit of piss came out. Oh shit. And you know when you piss, you're like, oh shit. Oh god. Oh. Okay. That's cool. Turn around. The camera won't see. Fam.
Oh my
Piss
days.
and sweat.
At this rate, at this rate, Hulk Hogan, me, I'll lay on the floor. You can come and leg drop me. I don't mind because
That's it, fam.
none of this.
You're gonna be stunned, fam.
I'd rather take the leg
Stunned,
drop.
bro.
Stink face.
What was that up on the floor, bro?
Guys, we got a few questions that someone asked us, by the way. First question, shout out to Yomi at Yomi Watt, one of our guys, friend of the show. He asked us if Kurt Angle was a better wrestler than Chris Benoit.
I wanted to get into this.
Let's go one by one.
No, please. I want people to start.
No, I want him to go first.
No.
I want him to go first. I want him to go first. You don't get no tag.
I want to be the challenger. I want to be. No.
Reluctant tag, fam. Get in the ring. One.
Trust me, you're going first, G. Go ahead.
He's the better wrestler out of them two. All right, look, yeah, I'm gonna have to break these two down just very briefly, right? Kurt Angle's more of an actual technical wrestler, so he's got the Olympic background of wrestling in it, so he knows the takedowns. Chris Benoit has that background too. Yeah, do you understand? But in terms of wrestling, it's natural Kurt Angle's better. But in terms of aggression, putting the pressure on, it's fucking tight. But it's Benoit.
Okay, fair.
The intensity is. It's Benoit.
It's a tough one for me. I feel like back in the day, Kurt Angle was more exciting to watch.
Yeah.
But it's a sad shame that obviously Chris.
No, brother, no. We'll let you talk. It's
a shame that obviously Chris Benoit passed, and we didn't get to see the full extent of what he could have done in the years of these other wrestlers coming through. Do you understand? So, if I'm gonna say Kurt Angle was better, like it's a bit. You understand? I don't know. I would have to go for Chris Benoit as well. You understand? Say that he was better because he was more For me, he was like a reality wrestler as well.
I won't lie to you.
The moves that he was doing were mad, like crazy. You put his body in the line.
Benoit's been in the industry for years.
Yeah, he was part of the Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna say. What I'm basing it on, innit? Yeah. In terms of background, It's a very hard one. Yomi, you took the piss with this one.
They were both. Sorry, I'm gonna say they were both exciting to watch. By the way. So.
Oh no, of course.
Yeah, both.
I would say I'm gonna go for different. Like I'm gonna go for like what overall I'll make it at the end. Yeah, but amateur. Yeah, amateur. I feel Benoit takes it. Yeah, by a bit in terms of overall like collegiate wrestling, like Olympic wrestling. Imagine how he wrestled with a broken freaking neck, as he says, and the exposure he got, and how he got like he didn't have to go through like the dungeon and stuff. But then again, Benoit was in a heart dungeon.
Heart dungeon, yeah.
So I'm gonna be corny and say it's equal because they've both gone through unique ways to get into wrestling.
We have to pick one, bro.
If we have to pick,
I was gonna say that because you have to think of it like this as well. Chris Benoit's more or less gone through like that kind of indie route. He's come from the dungeon. He's gone to like Mexico. He's gone to Japan. He's more or less done the route. Whereas with Kurt Angle, he's come straight from Olympics, and it came natural to him. And with a lot of people, I feel like when you have that collegiate background,
I think
your athleticism.
exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Real.
It's like a cheat code for you already. Because you see people like Chad Gable, Brock Lesnar, Shelton Benjamin,
Ziggler.
You see these wrestlers, and it's like, wow, like. The transition is mad.
Exactly. Because just because you're a wrestler, not every wrestler could actually do that.
Yeah.
Like actual wrestling, amateur, without no fucking ropes and shit. Just like full on strength against strength. Like.
Yeah.
So that's why I said equal. But in terms of that, I have to say I will go Kurt Angle in that sense because not everyone who's come from the Olympics can survive, even be within. There's a lot more indie wrestlers and gone through like tough, rigorous training, like the New Japan Dojo, compared to actual Olympic wrestlers who's come into WWE or like that type of college wrestlers like that. Yeah. In terms of entertainment or like superstar wise, I have to go Angle.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because the range, like Benoit was such a sick wrestler, so technical, as you said, aggressive, snug, barely any botches. Just like if you want to see wrestling to his T, you just watch him. Be like, that guy's getting fucked up by by Benoit. Yeah. But in terms of all round, in terms of like you can do all of that, be aggressive, but be a good guy. Also.
Chris Benoit could be a good guy.
Yeah, but character, like in terms of like what America wants to see on their TV.
You have to look back in that era who was really popping, and we have to be honest, it wasn't Benoit.
Yeah, what are we talking about? Let me finish.
That's the era when they were mostly popping. If we talk about Attitude Era, I preferred Benoit. I thought Benoit was a better.
Let me finish.
Angle was a bit soft when he started, but sorry.
Yeah, just real quick, because I was gonna cover all of that. Yeah, but in terms of from Angle came in like end of '99 up until 2006. That was his main run. Benoit was already in WCW. Was already doing his thing. Yeah, ECW. So he was wrestling. But in terms of when you came to the big stage, there's a bunch of people that wrestle. What else can you do? So, Kurt Angle having a character, being this kind of dork, looking like some Egypt, but he can smack you, crying, having giving him gimmicks where like the milk thing, emotion, actually getting you to care. Like when he won the WCW times against Austin, and everyone's holding him up like that. Like Benoit only got one moment like that at WrestleMania. There was a bunch from Kurt Angle when he came back from his surgery after like Vengeance 2003 against. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? And also, do you know why?
I feel like Angle was already gonna get pushed to that level.
But
Benoit, no. Benoit came from being a mid-star.
I hate you, but let me finish because I'll let you finish. I'll let you finish though. I'll let you finish though. Just to quickly, because I know I'll take long, but just to wrap it quick, yeah. Match. This is what I'm saying. It's mad. The match quality was so equal, but again, I have to kind of give it to Angle. To be fair, obviously,
Angle was clean with
Angle was alive longer than Benoit because he's gone through different eras, different companies as well. Yeah, I think Angle's only been in really like two. Like WWE and TNA and a bit of like New Japan and whatnot, yeah. But I just feel like I have more matches and enjoyment that I could watch from Angle off memory than I can of Benoit. That's not saying he's not bad, yeah. But anyway, him again, AJ Styles against Big Show, Brock Lesnar, fucking Drew Galloway, Bobby Lashley in his later years when he's getting older, even to his matches when he was younger against Undertaker, against Triple H, that feud Triple H, The Rock, Stone Cold, Chris Jericho.
No, he's fucking great.
Like,
I'll give him that.
So I just feel like complete as what the world looks for, like an arrest. Like for people who love like technical indie stuff now, they will love Benoit. But in terms of complete, that anyone can watch it and get behind him, I'll say Angle.
Valid.
Yeah, you guys have more or less summed up everything, as we obviously want to get to the next questions. So yeah, I'm gonna go Versi, Kurt Angle. I feel like time has allowed Kurt Angle to kind of evolve.
That's, you know,
And
But like I said, the only reason why this has been allowed
because
Benoit
Benoit's passed, you know what I'm
died.
saying? So obviously now we couldn't even imagine what the path Benoit would have been on.
that's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
wait, here's a question. Say up to 2007, because that's when he passed. Say everything that they both achieved up to 2007, who's the better wrestler? So
Are we talking wrestling ability now then? Because that's one thing we need to think.
No, okay,
If we're
just
talking
in-
wrestling ability, I say I enjoyed Chris Benoit better.
100%.
up to 2007.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Ability, bro. Ability.
100%. 150 million
The way he fights, everything, bro.
100%.
The thing is with them, they were very, very, very similar.
They're very-
They had more
yeah.
similarities than they had differences.
No.
Yeah,
Benoit,
they both
Benoit
had
was
submission
so
finishes.
physical that you're getting yourself into a scrap, bruv. Kurt Angle, you're getting yourself into a wrestling match. Like he's just
No, but
But
then
in that scrap though,
He's outclassing you in the ring.
towards that 2006, 2007, he went more towards that more
Exactly.
aggressive
Yeah,
side.
ECW.
did.
Yeah,
When he went to
yeah.
TNA to face
With the
Samoa
Wrestling
Joe.
Machine, persona.
Yeah, and even when he faced Samoa Joe, Samoa was a bigger guy. He was.
Yeah, he was
snug.
physical, but then there's Benoit handling Mark Henry in the Big Show. Like you've got to understand, like it's not a joke. When
But
Benoit's
Angle
in the
did
ring.
as well against Mark Henry.
Yeah, he's not manhandling, man. Like, cool, we can lift up the Big Show. Cool, we lifted up Mark Henry, but you're not manhandling, man. Like, Benoit's chopping you down, like it's peak.
But then, okay,
That is-
but
nuts.
but yeah, you're right. He's chopping him down. He's like finishing you. Like you're in a fight. You're like, where am I getting
he's
hit?
hurting
But
you.
Angle is like sweating you out, making you like, wow, how am I gonna stop this guy? He's just a maniac. He's a machine. This minute the match starts, he's just like tripping you up, having your leg, making you. You're a big guy. Like people like even when he faced Undertaker, No Way Out 2006, big stocky guy Undertaker, fucking up his leg. He's like. Realistically,
What? No,
it was.
In wrestling,
Yes.
in that match.
Yes. Watch No Way Out 2006. That match, you'll see it, bro.
Someone said, tell whoever slandered Velveteen Dream in the last episode to watch Stream View Gargo.
No, he
Don't
said
worry,
it,
babes, he's
no,
watched it.
He said it.
You have to put this tweet up.
You agreed though.
Big up Chidera A.
Yes.
We need to get on the podcast, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, she big
So
So everyone's
Yes.
getting on to me.
Yes.
Yes.
You said it.
I've
You
just
said it.
Yeah, no, she
I'm
just
saying
tweeted
yes,
it now,
bro.
innit? She just tweeted it, yeah.
He's got
Yes.
potential, innit? But
Yes.
in my own opinion, let's see how long this lasts.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, what's the next question? Yeah, I think Kurt Angle. I'm gonna go for Kurt Angle.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna say Chris Benoit.
Do you want to
But,
try Chris Benoit?
No, it's cool. I need to get questions anyway. Cool. Another question. I think.
Let's ask everyone else though. I want to know what they think. Like, what's the parameters? Like, what are they saying?
What do you
Say
mean?
that again?
For who they choose, Angle or Benoit?
What do you mean? As in ask people on the.
Yeah. Ask the guys, isn't it?
Ask the Kurt Angle. But we want to go on the next question, innit?
No, I'm saying ask the.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, guys. hit
Oh,
us up.
okay, yeah. I'm baffed.
Sorry. Guys, hit us up here. Let us know who you think is better in it, Kurt Angle or Chris Benoit. It's kind of a tough one. Obviously, I said
We'll
Chris
do a
Benoit.
post on it, innit?
We'll do a post on it. So, guys, look out for that. I think Tonte asked us this question, or was it Dramar? Do you know a guy called Dramar?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jamal, my guy
Jamal.
Dre, you know. Of
Dre,
course.
yeah. He asked us a question. He said, do a 10. I don't know who asked this question. Tonte? Whoever said it, Dramar, Tonte, Doughboy, whoever said it. Top 10 list of the greatest wrestlers never to win a WWE. Never to win a WWE heavyweight
I'm
title.
sure I put that in the group chat as well.
You
Yeah,
probably,
he's in the group chat.
So, yeah, who do you think? I can't.
I put my top 10 down. I put my top 10 down.
I haven't even got my top 10. You know?
But let people answer because I've answered first now. I don't like
I can't put my finger on it. Bro.
I think what we should possibly do, leave that for the next episode. So that way we can actually like draw up wrestlers.
Yeah, because
So we can plan it, and then that way on the screen we can have like a list.
Yeah, because
top 10, innit?
I can't give you
Right now for me
that
now.
hurts. I can keep top 10.
Yeah,
I was ready for all of you.
we can do dream matches.
But the thing is, I feel like we'd agree
There's
with
no
you
point of
anyways.
saying mine now.
Wait.
Okay, let's do it now then.
I can't do it. I don't know. I've heard. I need to
That's what
look.
I'm saying,
I need to
you
look
can't
because I'm gonna
do
say
it.
something. You're gonna be like, oh, he's won it.
You
understand?
can't do it.
So-
Okay, who do you put as number one? Let's just ask that.
number one. Who do you put number one?
Regal.
Okay, that's fine. I agree with that.
Regal.
Who do you put as number two? I just want to know.
Alcoholic. Did Alcoholic ever win one?
Nah.
Would he have been a good champ?
Yeah, I think he'd be good, but I wouldn't put him above Kofi Kingston. So
Roddy Piper.
Wait, he did, bro.
who? Hardcore Ali?
No, Roddy Piper.
No, he's only won the Intercontinental title, and I think
Again,
I think tag team title as well. Yeah.
He was a good fighter.
Roddy Piper. But that's my top two anyway. But yeah.
How far did Ultimate Warrior get again?
Yeah, he won the
You
WWE
won the
title.
WWE title.
Yeah. Heavyweight title.
He put his number one as William Regal and number two as Roddy Piper.
Come on, man.
Guys, I can't say off head, fam. But I got a question.
That's what I'm saying. Let people.
No, I agree with Regal. Roddy
William
Piper,
Regal.
he's definitely. I would
Jake
put him top
Snake.
five.
I put
Snake.
Regal in my top five of
Snake
all
did.
time, man.
Jake
Deep
Snake
thing.
was not WWE champion.
No, he never won the WWE
Jake
title.
Snake.
I put
Trust me.
I put Jake the Snake.
Trust me.
Jake the Snake's there.
Absolutely. No,
Yeah, we'll just leave that for the next.
Virgil.
Anyways, next question.
Okay, cool. Shout out to Virgil, man. I've got a soft spot for that guy, man.
Viscerous
Guys.
sidekick. But go on.
You know, there's always that talk about dream matches, right? So, for example, you have the Undertaker versus the Stings.
Yeah.
You have the Brock Lesnar versus the Stone Cold Steve Austin's.
Yeah.
What was your dream match? What would be your dream match?
Eddie Guerrero, Shawn Michaels.
Cool. Ping.
I need that to happen. I didn't.
Don't explain it now. You say what you want after. We can go on after.
You know what's so weird? Yeah, I'm such a waste man back in the day. I wanted Undertaker versus the Boogeyman.
Yes.
How weird was that?
No. You're not.
it makes sense.
No.
Yeah, it makes
I
sense.
thought
They're entities.
it's
At
scary.
that
It's two crazy people going
It
at
was
once.
crazy. It was
You know what I
crazy.
mean?
And I thought, rah. I remember in the game, was it 2006?
They clashed.
done
They
it.
clashed in the
done a
game,
little
yeah, they clashed in
story
the
of that. Yeah, I remember that. And I was thinking, it could pop.
Dream match.
We got the Boogeyman, by the way.
I'm the boogeyman. And I come to get you.
I can't think of anything. I won't even lie to you.
With the clock.
Man, those juju dances, isn't it? Eating those sweet worms.
Dream match. I can't think of anything.
Who hasn't Chris Jericho fought that you wanted to fight?
You just think of your best wrestler who will fight.
But I feel like it'd be easy. I want something a bit more challenging.
Wow, easy. You're trying to mock it, like obviously.
No, not as in no, but I feel like the matches that Chris Jericho could have would probably be. It's not hard for him to have those matches. Those matches could happen. I'm thinking of a match that probably would happen. So let's say Chris Benoit versus Kazuchika Okada.
Change exactly what you just said. Chris Jericho versus.
Do not leave me hanging.
No, let's.
Do not leave me.
Oh, Chris Benoit.
Chris Benoit versus Okada. I think that would have been a sick match.
Oh, shit. He was.
That would have been
I think that would have
mad.
been a sick match.
That would have been.
Like, it's easy to say Chris Jericho, but obviously Chris Jericho was at New Japan, so that could have
That would
happened.
have been.
But Okada versus Chris Benoit would have been
That
a
would have
sick
been
match.
fucked. That would have been no.
One of you lot, G-check me quickly, yeah? Have I seen Eddie Guerrero versus AJ Styles somewhere?
No, I think you think about Eddie Guerrero, CM Punk.
Yeah.
CM Punk, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a match. I think my match would be Ken Shamrock versus Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
That'd
no,
be sick.
I would want to see that.
That'd be sick.
I'd want to see that.
But obviously,
In
Ken
his
Shamrock-
prime. In his prime.
Yeah, prime. This one. That one, bro. That one.
I'm so sorry. Don't get at me. Ken Shamrock wasn't a good wrestler in his prime.
He was, bro.
No, he wasn't.
You think?
Nah.
There was one funny video. I think
Why?
it was a storyline with apparently with his sister.
Why?
And he was,
Everyone
what are you
just likes
doing
him as a
here?
character. He was
And then
just
he
a bad,
must have
the
said,
most
"Oh,
dangerous
slap me,"
man
and
in
she
the.
slapped
He wasn't great in the ring.
Really?
No.
Oh, pro.
Watch his matches, bro.
I have no stock. I don't care.
He wasn't great in the ring.
No, I mean in terms of. I'm not talking in terms of like. I'm talking in terms of like the whole submission vibe, the whole like
Ankle lock versus
Okay,
ankle lock.
MMA
ankle lock
kind of
versus ankle lock.
backgroundy.
Who's got the best ankle lock? Do you get what I mean? If I was to add another
Easily
one,
Kurt Angle, but
Oh yeah, he's got the best one.
yeah.
if I was to add
When
another
he
one,
grapevine,
it'd be,
just over.
Yeah, when he greats fans, that's it. Just tap. I get what you mean, though. Sorry.
trying to think of someone else.
He had a good rivalry with Steve Blackman, but I feel like they OD'd that one.
Steve Blackman was slept on.
was-
Oi,
he
oi,
was-
oi.
Hold on, nobody said Sting versus Undertaker.
No, I said.
Yeah, but that's predictable.
That was a predictable one.
That dream match, isn't it?
Yeah, in their prime. Okay, what year? What year would you say it? when
Ministry of Darkness era.
I want it to be Biker Taker, bro.
Yeah,
2002.
makes sense.
But I could take her.
Yes, versus Sting.
I think that was the best
Yes.
Undertaker.
Yes.
Oh my
yes,
fucking god!
Yes, it is. Get mad! Get mad!
I want to hear. I want to hear.
Yes.
I want to hear.
Yes.
I want to hear.
Yes.
If you agree, you're not okay in the head. Biker taker.
Who's yours?
Ministry of Darkness.
You sure?
Ministry of Darkness
I didn't enjoy him,
Undertaker
do you
was
know
the
why?
fucking hardest.
I didn't
care about
He was that Undertaker controlled the entire WWE and no one could do a single
What was a
thing.
good match in
The
99 from Undertaker?
Yeah, bro.
There wasn't any good matches.
do you mean there
There
wasn't?
wasn't.
Let me
There
on.
was not.
What do you mean? What?
There
Him and
was not.
Austin? What are you talking
Dead.
about? There wasn't any good match. What do you mean dead?
Dead.
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 Michael's in.
Dead.
Oh my God.
Dead.
NSL. Don't you dare. Oh. I'm sorry, though. It's too much. Oh, God.
I'm gone.
It's too much. This guy is a fraud. I don't want to hear it. Undertaker didn't have any good matches. Are you mad? Hell in a Cell. This guy, my brother. Yeah. Listen to him.
laughing because you didn't even listen to what I said.
Yeah, you did listen to it.
That's why I'm dancing.
You did listen to it.
Go on.
He basically said from 1999.
Exactly.
That year, Undertaker didn't have any good matches.
Gatsby, come on, say it. Yes.
Yeah, because
There
1999,
was nothing.
he had a
There was
break.
nothing.
He had a break, and that's when he turned into
don't make
badass.
excuses.
He had a break though. He had an injury. He had an injury.
Oh my days, all these excuses.
He had an injury. He had an
but
injury.
all these
99.
excuses.
I don't think even Taker was even fighting then. I don't think he was. No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
Yeah, I don't
He
think
wasn't. He wasn't. He wasn't even
came back in
fighting.
Came out
2000.
the Judgment Day.
Yeah, 2000.
2000, yeah.
So what are you talking
Fam.
about?
Because you said ministry. You said
Yeah, but
ministry.
that was 99. That was 97, 98.
What are you talking about? Ministry was 99.
It weren't just 99.
Oh,
I think it was 98 as well.
It
bro.
was 98, 97. Trust me, bro.
No, but hey, bro.
Trust
I'll
me,
tell you the reason
bro.
why the Badass Undertaker was good. I felt like he was more fucked up. He was more-
You know,
I
what,
mean,
the badass
I-
Undertaker was more of himself.
Yeah, and I like
That's
that.
why I loved it.
Reality is
I loved
Which,
it.
which was cool,
Yeah.
but I just like the whole mystique of the Undertaker. I'm
But no,
sorry.
but you
I
know
didn't
what?
like the way-
It was still there.
No,
I
it
get it.
wasn't there. It
It was
wasn't there.
still
It wasn't
there.
there because
It
he
was
was
still- it
he
was
was
still
getting
there.
punched up and getting battered, and I didn't like it.
I get it because
About Brock
that's,
Lesnar and that?
because
Didn't like it.
that's your error. That's your error. I don't have that stock in Undertaker like that. I've watched his stuff from then, but I always prefer 2001, 2002. I was like, okay, cool. Wait, hold on. I'll say 2000 and stuff, yeah, because I liked the character of the Ministry of Darkness and all that shit. I didn't care for it. But the matches that I saw when he was fighting RVD, when he's fighting Jeff Hardy, when he's fighting Brock Lesnar, when he's fighting Kurt Angle, when he's fighting The Rock, when he's come on, bro,
Yeah,
like
he got eliminated by Maven.
eliminated by Maven, he fucks him
that was
up.
good, that was
There
good.
was so many
Yeah,
things.
Jay.
there.
Oh my God, Maven eliminated the
Yeah,
Undertaker.
yeah, and
Okay,
even
yeah,
like-
it was okay. But
Hold on. That's why I say, yeah, I preferred him then because that's the era I saw him in. And I still did my research to check what he did from before. Personally, the whole ministry stuff I didn't care for. I liked 97 when he was feuding Shawn Michaels and even the Bret Hart match in 97, SummerSlam. I liked all that. 98, 99, I'm going to be so real with you. I didn't care about I didn't
98
care.
wasn't that bad.
I didn't care.
Wow.
No, hold on. I didn't care for his character. I liked the match against Mankind and all that, but I'm allowed to say it. I don't care. You can say all these matches are dead, yeah. You can say all these moves are dead, yeah. But then when someone talks about Undertaker, you want to get all upset, bruv. Fam, it's calm. I wasn't feeling it. I'm rags.
The Undertaker for me is a complete wrestler in his prime.
Yeah, but that's for you.
It's the
The
complete
same way.
wrestler.
The same
Do
way.
you like Undertaker 92 then? Or you didn't know Undertaker that much in 92?
Oh,
'Cause that's when I
92.
started watching Undertaker.
Well, I wasn't born.
I'll tell you, Undertaker 92 was also better than Undertaker Ministry of Darkness. Because that was mystique.
That Undertaker
Bro,
was
you
very
said yourself.
That was mystique.
You
on
said
another level.
I would even argue on that. Even the Undertaker that came back, the dead man. I would even argue on that.
Which one? At WrestleMania 20.
2004.
At
When he
WrestleMania 20.
came back at WrestleMania 20, I'd even argue on that. That Undertaker was hard.
No.
Because the whole story behind it with the
Yeah,
cane,
no, but bro,
everyone
that was
thought it was
good.
dead.
After that, it
You
went
like
dead.
the thing you're mentioning is the character. I'm talking about the matches because the whole thing I said was
The matches he had in 92 were
I was
sick as
saying
well.
the match quality wise, I would want to see Undertaker versus Sting if he was a biker from 2001 to wait. I don't care what you say. I'm good talking anyway. 2001, 2003, yeah, or his later days like during the whole like where he is now when he was feuding with Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 25, 26. Those are my times of Undertaker, or maybe when he was feuding Batista and the whole Edge feud. So 2001 to 2003 or 2006 2012, and then you cut it off there. or 2013, should I say, cut off there, because those are Undertaker's prime times. And as much as the character was great of Ministry, the match would have been dead. Would have been dead. It would have been dead.
I'm so sorry. It wasn't dead. It wasn't dead.
Oh, see, that's the thing. It's pointless arguing, because the thing is, yeah, I can listen. There's been some dead times of my favorite wrestlers. I can admit that, but you have this.
Matches, though.
What is that?
Wait, who's your favorite wrestler? AJ Styles. You said. He hasn't really had any.
I'm not gonna lie to you. There was a period of AJ Styles' career.
No,
there was a period.
No. There's been a match when it's been uninspired.
No, there was a period in TNA where AJ Styles was doing shit. When he was teaming up with Tyson Tomko and they gave him this crybaby character.
Yeah.
He was shit. In WCW, actually, no, to be fair, he was still learning.
Bro, dare I say, I'm not even gonna gas you. Even when he first came to WWE, I did not like the match against Chris Jericho. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. No, and it's not even. I think the chemistry went there. But honestly, only until we started facing Roman Reigns when I was like, okay, I didn't like that feud. I didn't like the tag team. I just felt it was something for him to do, because I was like, oh, he didn't fit into WWE style yet. But I can admit there's times when even the whole feud he had with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, trash. That whole feud, those matches was the whole feud of Kevin Owens. There wasn't one good match that you could. I didn't like it, but I can say that casually in my chest. If you were to say that, if you say 2017 AJ, I would be like, yeah, calm.
I won't like Undertaker now is dead. Cool. after taking lost.
After I say
no, but it's the honest truth. That after taking lost the streak is dead. I just support him.
Okay, what's your best?
He's just that guy.
What's your best?
Like the year.
What's the best Undertaker you've ever seen?
I told you when he was with the Ministry of Darkness.
No. But you said he was injured that time. I'm talking about physical wise. What year was he producing the? Like, for example, Triple H,
the best Taker.
Yeah, like what year was he producing the best matches of his career? For example, for me, I'll say Triple H was 2000. 2000, his matches was mwah.
I think when he had the feuds with Batista and that.
So 2007.
I think that was Undertaker at his.
So 2007.
Taker was taking at 10 man at the same time.
So that was dead, man. He was beefing. Had the Head in the Cell and all that, and then
Orton as well. Survivor Series when he came back.
Legend Killer Team.
So that's 2005.
Them times. 2005 to like 2000. Yes, them times.
But didn't I say that? I said around 2006 up until 2012. That era of Undertaker versus Sting would have been good.
But that's not the bad. That's not the American Badass.
No, I split in two. I said the whole American Badass from 2001, 2003, or 2006 to 2013 is the only time. If Sting was to come in WWE in those time periods, I'd be like, we're gonna get a sick match. Because even including Sting's ain't old. Even in TNA, when he first TNA, cool. Then later on, when he's doing the Joker thing, he was getting slower. So I would have said 2001, WCW just finished. Come true, beef him, replace DDP, and have them feud. Then there would have been a sick match. No, I agree with you. The characters would have been different because he's a biker now versus the Crow. But if it was like Ministry when they were both was in like he's dark and he's absolutely would have been sick. The Vigilante versus the fucking I control everything. I can crucify you right to that. But it's long, man. It's long.
That would have been mad. That's why I say that era.
Yeah.
Because that would have been insane.
Any more questions?
Yeah. I've got a question for you.
Sorry, I'm so bad with the Undertaker.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
Do you think Vince McMahon blessed us with enough Triple H and The Rock matches?
Is that Vince McMahon?
You're fired!
Do you think this guy? You think this guy flipping blessed us with enough Rock versus Triple H matches? Or do you think that we could have got more out of that?
No, we had too many.
I don't think we did. You know? I don't think we did.
Rock and Triple H matches. What's 2000s? Too many matches.
But
WrestleMania
why?
2000. Who were the last two? Rock, Triple H.
Because Stone Cold wasn't around.
I mean,
but 2001 they didn't not too much, and then 2002.
Do you feel like we could have seen one more?
Yeah, I think we would have.
In this era, yeah, why not?
No.
But not in this era. Not in this era.
But I mean, if it was probably about 5-6 years ago, yeah.
I mean, instead of the Rock versus Stone Cold that we had, do you remember that last match? For the final time, we're gonna get Stone Cold.
No. Should not scrap that match. That match was very significant. That Rock and Austin match at WrestleMania 19. Was it WrestleMania 19?
19,
yeah. That was very significant. That should have never. That will never ever. I can't. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't replace that match. If they
that changed an entire era.
So where would you have put The Rock versus Triple H then?
It was
if they have one more match.
Maybe WrestleMania 20.
No, you couldn't because Triple H versus Shawn Michaels. There was that storyline.
I'm gonna be honest, yeah. I would have replaced
Evolution.
Maybe rather than fight Goldberg after.
I was gonna say that. Replace that. I would have said, yeah. He wins at SummerSlam.
yeah.
Goldberg wins, and then The Rock comes back, and then they're beefing themselves, and even
But
wins.
you know what? When I think about it,
But The Rock
that
2003 was
doesn't even
moi.
really need to even get dragged. They've done their rivalry enough times.
I don't think
man.
no. But, I mean,
Maybe
the
I see it.
rivalry's been done, innit? But I'm telling in terms of matches. If we're going to count how many matches he's not had here, it's not that much as compared to how much matches Stone Cold and The Rock has had. You understand? But the Rock versus Triple H, there has not been that much matches. If you want to deep it.
Like they had
Whenever there's a match, they'll have like a match, but it's like a tag team match or a singles match. But there's never them two.
They had another match.
They had a match.
title.
in that
I
year.
mean, they've had matches, but not enough.
You're talking about feuds.
I mean, as in,
None of them have been as monumental
rivalry
as
has been
them.
man.
Triple H. I mean, The Rock versus Stone Cold. That's
yeah,
The
I'm
Rock
saying
and Triple H's rivalry,
it could
I
have been
won't lie,
it could have been the same. Do you understand?
The same ranks as that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree.
Triple H
with
is too
certain
much of a villain, though.
with
I
certain
guess.
wrestlers, they go like this. You know what I'm saying? So Rock and Stone Cold, they're like that.
I thought the Rock and Triple H were like that. Do you remember the 2000? Yeah,
Slightly.
prove that for me. When Undertaker came back, that was nice. That
I mean-
that Iron Man match was
No,
solid.
they had their beef. I mean,
Which is
they
true,
had-
but
they
then
had
again,
their
we
beef.
have Triple H and Undertaker like that. So I'm not mad at it.
True.
I'm not mad at it.
Triple H and Goldberg was nice though as well. Though.
Fuck off.
No, I like that. No, I'll tell you what I like. I'll tell you what I
Triple
like.
H and
that, yeah.
Goldberg.
No, let me tell you something.
I hated that feud.
No, I liked it.
I liked it. No,
Let me tell you
I
something. I liked it.
Goldberg.
I liked it.
Dirty.
I'll tell you what.
When
I'll
they
tell you-
put
no,
100
no, no,
100 bags on his head, I liked it. I
listen,
liked the whole.
No, that was sick.
Let me-
That's what I'm
let me-
saying.
let me-
Because we got 3 minutes.
Wait,
Exactly.
let me
Everyone
say
was-
something.
everyone was
I
after
mean,
it.
cool. Sorry, it's cool.
I need
So
to
the
stop
reason why I
doing
said it
this.
like this year is because them two together in the ring was nice to watch. I can't lie, it was nice to watch, and there was something about it that Triple H always winning. Like you think to yourself, maybe this one Goldberg might win. Then he doesn't win. You're like, fuck, I want to watch the next one. You understand? It gets on pulling you in. But it was
That pissed me
nice.
off even more.
I know, you know what?
How many times must I watch my man lose? That doesn't make sense.
It's true.
No, but you get
Every time I watch Raw, I know they're booking Triple H to do some fuckery to win. Yeah. As
But
in,
you get what I
hey,
mean.
Triple H, my man, take this championship belt. This is for you.
Well, Triple H was a writer back then, innit? So
Fuck that nigga, man. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. But I can't even
I
explain.
don't feel like Triple H and The Rock should have another match. Nah, that's dead and gone.
What, the Triple H and The Rock?
Something's that's dead.
Something should never be.
As in now, nah.
No.
I'd rather Triple H go back to NXT and just
They've
have a
had-
feud with
the
someone.
thing
there.
is, they've had their rivalry, The Rock and Triple H. So that's already been a significant part of that whole era, like Foley, Triple H, Rock, Triple H. Do you know what I mean? Everyone was having their little rivalries in the Attitude Era back then. I think that should just get laid to rest. Like I said, when Rock and Austin had that final match in WrestleMania, that ended it for that era, Attitude Era. It's done. There's no point in bringing out any rivalries. That's why it's good they didn't.
But do you think, I get what you're saying, but The Rock and Stone Cold got to close their rivalry. Because it was like, The Rock finally won.
But I feel like it was a close for the whole era, man.
Because The Rock won, and it was like, as you said, that was it. He broke the curse of the WrestleMania curse. Stone Cold's gone, never wrestled again, and now he was like feeling himself.
But then if you look at
wait. So I think in terms of that, yeah, I don't think we got that moment for Triple H and The Rock because the last match they had, I remember. This is when I was. This was. I remember. It's one of my favorite matches. Yeah, 2002. It was the Raw before SummerSlam 2002. Yeah, and they had a no disqualification match on Raw. And that was when Shawn Michaels came back and Brock Lesnar interfered. That's one of my favorite Raws ever. Yeah, but that's the last match they've had. I don't think the rivalry got closed. Like, all right, like Undertaker, Triple H, Head in the Cell, end of an era, done.
I don't even feel like their rivalry was open like that.
Yeah,
though.
I think.
I think it
No,
was.
I don't
Like they'll
think it
cross
was.
paths and have their beef.
Yeah.
For me,
2000
For me, it's more like Triple H and Undertaker had more of a rivalry that was budding rather than the.
Yes, but you see The Rock and Triple H. I can't lie.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Like, I don't think we could ever compare The Rock and Triple H's rivalry to Rock and Stone Cold. I feel like they're completely different level. That's what I'm feeling.
But
Like,
it never got closed. Though.
I don't even feel like they need to close it.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
That's it. For us,
Because
that's
even when you saw them face each other, you even still felt that a bit of that. Oh, but you know that's never gonna happen. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And let's just leave it as that.
Yeah.
For
That's
me,
why like even certain rivals like Triple H and Chris Jericho from 2000 to 2002, they've
Bro,
kind of
I
had
got-
like an on and off rivalry. But
Bro,
for
bro,
me,
bro.
I'm happy with. I don't feel like.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say.
I do feel like Chris Jericho was cheated out of his first WWE title in 2000.
But the thing is, not
But
every
Triple H-
rivalry
wait,
needs to
I'm
be
sorry.
closed.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
I'm,
saying.
I'm sorry, and this is your guy. Yeah, I'm gonna lie. I used to like Triple H, not yet, but Triple H has done Jericho dirty in every single feud. I don't think.
Yeah, he does.
Jericho has not won a Triple H feud ever.
Yeah.
From 2000, the whole
And when
fully
he did,
loaded,
they reversed the decision.
reverses it. Fam, even again, like he wins the
I think he was being
Championship.
punished them times as well.
Undisputed Championship, he loses it to Triple H and he comes back. The Hell in a Cell feud when I started watching wrestling, lost. And then even when it was like in 2003 when they were on the same roster, yeah, even in like things like there was this tag match they had in like Backlash 2003, yeah. Jericho like a little man. Like every feud, he's always like made Jericho look below him. And like even going to when it was like Jericho and like DX, even then he's like little man. Like Jericho never got like a proper 1-2-3 win, and I feel like he got done dirty out of all the feuds that Triple H had, other than Booker T. Yeah, dirty, because he never got to have an actual victory. If you talk about his victory, oh yeah, but you lost it at the end of the night.
Okay.
My final say is this, yeah. I feel like the Rock and Triple H's match is one of the best. They produced one of the best matches I've seen as from my eyes, innit? And I felt like there was not that one match there for me that made me feel like I don't know. Other than that match where he beat the Rock at when was it? I put on the thing that was
WrestleMania 2000 when Vince
was
McMahon got involved.
Backlash.
Was about Backlash 2000 and
2000, yeah.
What it was Backlash 2000. That match there was sick, you understand? And they had chemistry there. I don't know, there was something about The Rock beating Triple H that I used to like, or The Rock going against Triple H that I used to like. It was like The Rock turning back to the flipping of, because you remember Vince McMahon always used to get involved. You understand? And the Vince McMahon was like, The Rock to Vince McMahon was like his son, innit, back in the day, innit? When he had him like doing bare dumb stuff and shit, innit? Then when The Rock rebelled and he had Triple H as the new guy that he had to come and fight, it was nice to watch. But yeah, I feel like they needed to have that one match, but I didn't know how.
It's so weird, but I used to like Triple H being up the Rock, fam. How about that one? I used to like it.
I did, because it was insane, because I feel like The Rock was gonna come back again and fuck him up again. So it'll be 1-1. But obviously, if you count down the time, I think it's more like.
But that's why I don't.
It's like
mind
3-1 to Triple H.
But that's why I don't mind it being like that. Because
Triple H has done that to many of wrestlers. That's what pisses me off. He's buried so many wrestlers.
I want that when Triple H buried Foley. I hate it. But you know what? A lot of wrestlers bury Foley and it pisses me off. I'm like, do you know how hard Foley is? I think he's hard.
Foley was on 6 figures at the time, you know.
Hard. What do you mean 6
Apparently, it was on 6 figures, bro.
I'm surprised.
It was them. What year was that? What year was that? What year was that?
What do you mean 6 figures? As in money?
Money, yeah.
Foley had millions.
What year was that? What you talking about? When he buried? What year was that again?
When he got
was that Attitude Era?
When he got buried by Triple H?
Yeah, Attitude Era.
Yeah, Attitude
Yeah,
Era.
he was on 6 figures on time.
I think he had more than that, you know.
More than 6 figures?
He used to sleep in fans' houses and that, bro. The guy.
Fans?
Yeah, he used to go to fans' houses and sleep at fans' houses. Never stayed in hotels and that. Bro, the guy had millions, fam. One of the richest wrestlers, bro. The guy was on millions.
What?
The guy never stayed in hotels like everyone else. The guy was staying in fans' houses. The guy was up.
Before we go into another question, before you came, we were talking about a wrestler in the independent scene. You kind of expressed how you want to interview this guy. So for those who don't know, we mentioned this earlier, but there's a guy called the Soul Taker, aka the nigga
Taker. Fraud. Yes. Absolute.
So when is quickly get your views on this guy?
I beg, please give me your views. Tell the camera, I need to know.
You know what? Yeah. You're just not that guy. You are not that guy. I believe he's a fake.
Why does my sound like he's Donald Trump or something?
I believe.
We have to put background music on this.
He hasn't got the athleticism. He hasn't got the charisma.
Charisma.
I can do a better Undertaker impersonation than you. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He calls himself what? Soul Taker or nigga? Like nigga take. I don't understand. You're absolute fraud, mate. Absolute fraud. Like, what's his finisher? It's the tombstone. It's blasphemy.
Nigga stone.
Nigga stone. No. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Like, you've got to deep it. Like, actually deep it. Like, man actually calls himself Soul Taker. Mockage. It's actually a mockage. You're actually mocking the whole thing.
Okay, is Gilbert a mockage then?
No, but Gilbert was like, no, because you can't do that, though. With Gilbert, that was under the WWE. Like, it was an impersonation.
What's it? Your gimmick shaming now. You see back in the day.
but with Gilbert, we know that's not real. We know he's not trying. We know it's a comedy. This guy thinks he's the Undertaker.
Does he?
Are you mad,
Yeah,
bro?
no.
Are you actually
Fam, he takes
mad,
it very
bro?
serious.
Right, let's take it in,
I
bro.
sent you guys the link. He takes it very serious.
Soul Taker.
This interview when he's like, he's mad serious. He's like, no, don't make jokes. Like, he takes it very serious.
Bruv, let me interview this guy. I'll put him in his place, bruv. Like, let's be honest with you. Like, I don't even think he even got any knowledge on the Undertaker more than me, bruv. Let's be real. Because you know what, yeah? If you really know the Undertaker, you will not be impersonating him like that, bruv. I'm sorry, bruv. I'm sorry. You'll have the respect not to take the piss, bruv. That's it. It's like you're spitting in a man's character. Do you know what I mean? Vince McMahon should sack you, bruv. Well, he would sack you if you were ever to come in the WWE. You're not fit. You'll never become a wrestler. I deeped it. I'm sorry. I'm breaking a man's dreams. I don't give a fuck. Don't copy the Undertaker. Be some Ultimate Warrior, bruv. Don't be the Undertaker. No, I'm sorry. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Nigga Hogan.
Not even Nigga Hogan. I'm sorry, but like, nah, man. That certain characters you don't do,
listen,
bruv. You don't do.
There's an India Taker as well. Look.
Oh my god! Oh, there's an Indian Taker! Show the fucking camera!
You know what's so fucked, yeah? All the times I've cut my... All the times
I'm gonna be the
I've
Ghana
cut my
Taker!
hair,
At the
I've
same.
not cut my hair.
What was his eye? What was his eye?
Bro, this is actually your boss, man.
Let me see.
Fam, the same boss man you go to pick up Riz, fam. He's in the Taker, fam.
Man got to do the, what do you call it, the pin, you know.
Thank you, come again.
You know what, yeah? Can I just say this right now?
I just say the accent.
Can I just say this on this podcast?
Wait, can I show the camera?
Because you know what, yeah?
I just show the camera.
You know what, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't even want to look at the camera because I'm fucking fuming. I've just got to be honest with you. All these imposters, stop it. You are mocking the man's character. Stop it. Stop it. I don't even want to start getting all. You know what I mean? Let me control myself. You know what? If I get myself in trouble, I've got to be easy. Stop it. Stop it. You're fucking mocking it. What are you going to say? No, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I don't care. I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Choose the door.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm out.
I'm sorry. No, I'm nothing. I'm sorry. I have to say it. I have to say it. I have to be I'm sorry. I have to be a Boston. You're mocking the Undertaker. You can't do that. You can't do that. The man has been about for 30 years. 30 years.
Listen. It's
No way.
a madness, bro.
Let me roll my spliff, man.
Listen, it's a madness, bro.
Man said,
I've got.
Let's ask this question.
I think we're gonna close though.
No, wait.
Wait.
Yeah, wait. I'll do one question.
Man fully said Undertaker. Wow. Indie Taker. Wow.
But that rap was epic, man.
I'm sorry, bro. I had to, man.
No. I like the way you rep the guy, bro.
Yeah, bro.
What else?
I didn't even know about Indian Taker.
I just saw it now, fam.
When I saw that, I thought, what? I thought, oh my god, no.
Anyone can be a taker, bro. It's true. Anyone can be an Undertaker, but it takes the right guy to be an Undertaker.
No, it doesn't.
It takes the right guy. Mark Calloway, innit? I'm trying to big you up, bro.
There can only be one. Mark Calloway is the only Undertaker. That's it.
I'll say
There's
it,
no other Undertaker. I'm sorry, that character is a mystique character. I'm sorry, no one can mock the Undertaker. Put this behind the scenes.
Such apology.
No one can mock it. No, because I'm getting more annoyed. Like, there's certain characters you can't copy. You can't copy those characters, bro. I'll be honest with you, bruv. You can't copy those characters.
No, you're right, though. Like,
Do you
I'm not.
understand?
Yeah, you're right.
It's like you're a mystique. Like, you just respect it. Like, make it legendary. Don't take the piss out of it. I'm holding my spliff.
You got a question, bro? Haven't you?
Frustrated.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
Oh, actually, no. I keep doing that.
No, go. I'm done.
We didn't get to get Black's opinion yet. Or what do you think about Kofi? How do you feel about
Kofi
Kofi's
Kingston,
push? I do want to wait to Doughboy to get back so we can have the big talk if he's gonna win. But we never got to get your opinion on Kofi's performance in the Elimination Chamber and how he's doing. How do you feel about Kofi's push?
You think he can be champion?
And do you think he can be champion? The floor's yours.
Kofi Kingston, I'm so happy for you, bro. 11 years and now you're about to take the title. I want you to take the title. Your performance at the Elimination Chamber proved why you're the man. The Royal Rumble, you show why you're the man. Kofi Kingston, you are the man. I want you to be champion. Like, trust me on that one, bruv. More than Velveteen Dream. Good night.
He was doing.
Oh, he was doing so well,
He
bro.
was doing so well.
You see, I was
Talking
nodding
about
bears.
Kofi Kingston,
I was
talking about-
nodding bears, yeah, until you said
You
it.
see what it is?
That is, yeah. You saw, listen, I'm part of the
I like Velveteen Dream, so I just wanted to see the
fan club of
reaction.
Velveteen Dream, innit, yeah. But I feel like Velveteen Dream fan club needs to, like, you know, we need to get onto this guy today because he's now the champion, fam, North American champion, innit? Say
Oh,
something.
pick him up.
Yeah.
Pick him up.
Yeah.
I told him, pick him
My
up.
brother's got the belt now.
I liked
bro.
his promo.
It's not even us.
I know
It's-
we've got to chill. I've got to chill with that. Like even when I was swearing about Babatunde against the Undertaker, I flipped.
No, but that's calm. The swearing. No, that was epic, bro.
Who do you think will win the match?
What?
Don't mind me, I'm tired. Who do you think will win the match? Yeah, Babatunde or Undertaker in '98? In 1999.
He was injured, innit? So I think
Stop it!
But early 1999.
Stop
Baba
it!
versus Babatunde.
Stop
Undertaker
it!
was
Stop!
injured, innit?
Cut the cover now.
Babatunde's gonna win that.
Or
I'll
who
cut the
did?
camera.
Wait.
I'll cut the camera. I'll cut the
Who's winning the
camera.
match?
I'll cover the camera lens.
Babatunde or Undertaker in the snakeskin pants?
Stop this! Stop this! Even in the snakeskin pants, Undertaker
Who
will
did
beat
the
him.
match? Hulk Hogan in TNA or Babatunde?
Hogan TNA, bootcut jeans, lock him out, bam, cover his face. Cover his face. Everyone say cover his face. What, are you mad? Bro, them bootcut jeans will blow your vision, fam. What, pa, 1, 2, 3, and the winner is. Why am I on the
That
floor
awkward
again?
moment. That awkward moment when Babatunde counters the leg drop.
Fam, that is mad though.
No way, like this.
He moves like the way.
Like that, he goes, no.
No, you will not see on my face. No.
Hey, yo. We didn't even talk about the NXT people coming.
Oh
to
shit,
WWE.
you haven't even. Yeah, no.
We spoke about
Okay,
Alistair Black and the whole
let's
safety
talk
thing,
about that. Yeah, and then-
Quickly.
Alistair Black, I like him. But yeah.
You feel like WWE shagged the NXT wrestlers?
Yeah.
No.
What?
What? To coming up to WWE?
Yeah.
Why?
No, in terms of like
In terms of the
preparing.
Yeah.
preparing
Oh,
the
so
crowd for it.
unexpected.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then at the same time,
what about the matches?
they did tell you, Triple H and them were telling you that there are going to be surprises which you lot are not going to expect.
I mean, but what about the matches? What about the matches they got put in? Do you think the
The tag matches.
yeah,
matches
beautiful,
yeah.
beautiful. Even the matches with Alistair Black, I like
Alistair Black with
Elias.
average, but
Andrade.
Yeah,
beautiful. I want on SmackDown. That's what I was going to talk about. Amazing. 10
Yeah,
out of 10.
that kick with that. What's his finisher again?
Black Mass.
Black Mass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that
Face,
kick.
yeah.
Is it face to black?
Face to black. Face to black.
No, I think it's
Black
Black Mass.
Mass.
Black Mass,
Black
yeah,
Mass,
Black
yeah.
Mass.
I won't lie. He is a sick striker. He will contest with Undertaker when it comes to striking. I admit.
Pure striker.
This guy's vain. I'm so sorry.
I know.
You're
Thank
so
you.
vain.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I like that he comes in a black tie
you-
entrance.
did
It can compare to Undertaker. You're so fucking vain.
No, I wasn't talking about character.
No, I'm
whatever,
saying
man,
it's the fact that
Bro, there's so many lighty, bro.
No,
He's
it's
like,
it's the fact that what's it called? You like him, but you can't like him exclusively. Don't now say, oh yeah, it can compare to Undertaker. I like his black boots, you know. It's similar to Undertaker's boots.
I like his long hair, you know. Kind of like Undertaker's.
Man's
Yeah.
with Undertaker in 2002.
Underdone. Call me underdone.
You see the promo that he done for Bad Bunny?
Who?
Undertaker.
For what?
He goes, yeah, man, it's a dead man. Make sure you're there for Puerto Rico 2000. You seen it? No. Have you seen it? No. Oh, where's my Sonny?
Oh Jesus. Undertaker.
Man was like, it's a dead man. He's wearing glasses, specs in it. It's like he's got a hoodie. He's like, it's a dead man. Make sure you watch out for October 2, 1999. We're gonna Bud Buddy's come to Puerto Rico. I'm like, what the flip is this guy? Let's pay this guy. Do you know you can't say the Undertaker no more. He's not allowed to say the Undertaker because I think owns it, innit? WWE own it.
So he's not gonna. He's gonna as Mark Calloway.
It's gone as the dead man. I think so.
Oh man.
That Bunny is a dead man. And I think you need to do that third show.
Bro, that was a bit corny. I can't even lie. That was a bit, a little bit. The third show. That part.
That could be anyone, G. That third.
How much have you got paid to do that?
10 bags.
Light work.
No, Bad
more
Bunny's
than
got that.
More than that. I think he's getting like 500.
Oh shit.
That's half a milli.
What was it? Was he doing a convention?
No, he was like as a video. Promo video, innit?
Oh no, probably about 10, 20.
Are you his agent?
No.
That's why he was late. He was negotiating his contracts for him.
For AEW firm.
I need to see the Undertaker one day. I will, bruv. Somehow.
I'm sure he's coming to England this. Oh, has he not already come?
No, he's coming later, but we didn't get tickets, innit?
I need to go to America to see him. I'll go to America and see him. You'll see.
AEW.
I find it funny that I've seen Taker and you haven't, bro.
If he does go,
We'll say it loudly.
It's gonna hurt.
Brother saw Taker.
Yeah, but the thing is, how can Blacks be the biggest Undertaker fan? I've even seen him live, I've seen him twice.
You got much?
You know what?
Oh, he's not really an Undertaker fan now, is he? Oh,
Wait.
Wait, you haven't got much? I got more much. I can't lie, that feels good to do.
You know what? Yeah. There's no excuse for me. I'm sorry, Undertaker fans. There is no excuse for me.
I need to be
actually have
next week.
no Undertaker
Next episode, you have to bring
I
merch.
got a sack for you still.
Yeah, just give me the side.
No, he's the fan himself, bro. He's the fan. He needs the fan.
I'll find two pieces.
I got exclusive ones that you have to pay mad peas for, fam.
Okay.
Like I paid nearly £90 for my flipping Undertaker thing I got.
Yeah,
I went next week.
I'll get that. Tell me what it is.
He's gonna take it.
But you're gonna burn them when it comes.
He's gonna take it from you, bro. Listen. I'll get that. He's like,
I went next week still. Guys,
I keep cutting.
I'm done. I think I said my point.
There was one question there that Huey Freeman said, from Twitter. At NK Freaks. Yeah, he said underneath the.
Huey Freeman, yeah.
He said, "What's the best WrestleMania match you've ever seen?"
What did I say? Did I say something? On that? That's it. I think for me it was
Triple H versus
Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker. Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair when he started to cry.
I think for me it was Shawn Michaels Taker. You know,
versus,
but I need to just
Ultimate
confirm that.
Warrior.
I've written that. I've put that down.
Triple H versus Ultimate Warrior.
That wasn't even a match. What the hell are you doing, bro? What are you doing? What is you doing, bro?
No, I'm playing.
That match finished in 5 seconds, bro.
He was not selling when he started smiling.
He was not selling it for no one. Ultimate Warrior was not selling it for no one. What? Fam, Ultimate Warrior was on
pedigree.
Nah, Ultimate Warrior is a thief. Nah, man. Deep for that. How can you do that? Man's using his finishing move on you.
I got another question after that to close it off, though. Fam, you watched it? WrestleMania 10.
Super Bowl when he jumped up.
Trust me,
and
he
you stood
said
there
like this
like that.
for time. And Trevor's looking at what the fuck? WrestleMania 10. I think it's WrestleMania 10.
That was 12.
WrestleMania 12? No, WrestleMania 10.
What's 12?
12.
12, sorry, WrestleMania 12. Sorry, G-check.
Facts and energy.
What did I say? I said Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair, innit?
Yeah.
That's one of my favourite matches. And emotional. I'm an emotion guy, you know.
No word. My matches, I have to be.
I have to feel it. Like Anthony Joshua and flipping Klitschko. That's another emotion match, but that's boxing.
I will like Tyson Fury and Wilder. That was emotional.
Okay, that's emotional. We'll talk about boxing.
Let's get that off.
Yeah, trust me, you have to say it, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe Shorten versus Taker.
That's what
Was that an emotional match?
Oh, that was.
No, that was
That's my favorite. That's probably my favorite
Okay.
WrestleMania match. Yeah.
If we're talking,
I've said mine. Shaw versus Taker.
you said yours. If we're talking, no, I keep doing that. I keep changing the rules. Like favorite, I can just watch it every day in my life. Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle.
I'm gonna change
that match.
I'm gonna change mine.
I don't know. It's just the first time they
Actually,
ever
I'm
got
gonna change mine. Yeah. Sorry, I'm
just
changing
the first
mine.
time they ever fight.
Yeah.
There was a bit of emotion because like Shawn Michaels is always just that match. I can any day I can watch that.
For me, that match was more of like there wasn't no real story to it. It was more of like an exhibition.
I feel you.
Yeah.
And Kurt Angle. WrestleMania 21. We watched that match.
I did.
Okay, I'm gonna watch that.
Because there was no
amazing.
story going in, but
Yeah.
then I think the match became a
Is that
story.
WrestleMania
yeah.
21 when he goes, oh wait, Hollywood, that Hollywood,
Yeah,
big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
Big time.
Yeah.
I think mine. Okay, I'm gonna change mine to Kurt Angle versus Randy Orton versus Rey Mysterio.
Oh, that was a very good match.
Yes.
I think that's my one.
Yes.
Booyaka.
Who's that jumped in? Yeah, I think that's my one.
I'm
yeah.
changing mine quickly. Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to say WrestleMania 17.
I said, I went from emotional now. He wasn't
No, but this is
changing.
emotional match as
Yeah.
well. It was Stone Cold versus The Rock, WrestleMania 18.
17.
It was 18.
17. Stone Cold versus The Rock. It was all odd numbers. I know random shit. Yeah.
Is that
it was odd numbers?
One that Vince McMahon came out?
Yeah,
That was 17.
17, yeah.
Oh,
It was
X7,
all
so
odd numbers.
X7,
15,
yeah,
17, 19.
so X7,
Yeah.
so.
My memory's
It
mad,
was that match
Hitman
there
still
was
trail.
mad. That match
Yeah,
there
yeah.
was mad. Like that match there, I can watch over and over again. I think I'm gonna watch that tonight. Fuck it, I watched the whole pay-per-view tonight.
Yeah, what's the match you could if you had to leave one match on loop, for like an entire month? What's the match that you watch from start to finish, and you just go?
I could say pay-per-view for a whole month. WrestleMania 20. I can watch that for the rest of my life.
The whole pay-per-view.
Yeah,
WrestleMania
again and again and again.
Ooh.
That last.
Okay, what
that
pay-per-views? Ooh, change the pay-per-view. Change the pay-per-views. Ooh.
Fam,
Ooh.
20. Are you agreeing?
Okay.
What favourite pay-per-views?
So you can watch. Say if that there was a TV station.
Oh,
and the only thing they show.
WrestleMania 9, yeah, and WrestleMania.
Because
I'm a changed guy now.
Nah,
I'm a
see,
bitch
nah,
now.
you got-
I'm a changed guy. I don't like WrestleMania 20 no more. I like WrestleMania. I don't like WrestleMania 9 no more. I like WrestleMania 20. I'm a changed guy. Go on. I've gone up in the world.
Alright. If there was a pay-per-view I could watch, like, oh shit. Alright, you know what, yeah? And it's only one, yeah? Only, oh shit. Survivor Series 2002. Survivor Series 2002. Every title changed. Even the cruiserweight match was sick. Billy Kidman, Jamie Noble, Brock Lesnar versus the Big Show for the first ever time when he first picks him up for the F5. The tag match, Guerrero's versus
We main evented that again.
first ever Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
Even the women's match, the hardcore match between Victoria.
Nice,
I can watch the entire thing.
What about you, bro?
Still thinking.
A pay-per-view that plays every
Every
the
month.
channel was just the pay-per-view and you could watch it all the time. Goes, welcome back, Del Boy. It starts when you watch.
What about you, Blacks?
Survivor Series.
Is that one of SmackDown vs Raw?
Yeah, that
was
was
the vibe.
that was
He bangs on about it too much, bro. I need to go.
But the whole pay-per-view, you can bang the whole pay-per-view or just the match.
The whole pay-per-view.
I even know.
Pay-per-view.
I think I even know for a third, you know.
Yeah, even the whole pay-per-view. There was actually a couple good matches. It was that whole there was that many different. Was it many different SmackDown versus? Let me just get my facts.
Oh
correct.
wait, there was Triple H versus Ric Flair. That
there was.
last man standing match.
That was fucked as well.
There was Booker T versus Chris Benoit. That was the end of the Best in 7 series.
Yes,
the US title.
It was. I remember that Best in 7
John
series.
Cena
as well.
versus Kurt Angle.
Yeah,
Theodore Long beat Eric Bischoff.
yeah, that's it as well.
It was 5 minutes. That's way too long, bro.
5 minutes for a match.
Yeah,
Theodore Long versus Eric Bischoff.
Didn't someone?
they were the general managers at the time?
Didn't someone jump in on that match?
I don't
I saw
remember.
Stone Cold came in that match. No, am I trying shit?
I don't honestly, I don't remember.
No, you're right.
Stone
'Cause
Cold
Eric Bishop was wearing.
The karate
Wearing
thing.
the karate thing.
Yeah, Stone Cold came.
No, it says here.
Russian was useless, man. Trust me.
Boogeyman.
Boogeyman came in.
Boogeyman, it was
Yeah.
Boogeyman. It was.
And he hit Bischoff. Pay-per-view. Just give me. You can be another. No, let's keep it WWE. Because it'd be too easy. You know, it'd be too
I know guys gonna say
easy.
New Japan Pro.
I know, yeah, you will. It'd be too easy.
Dominion gonna say that.
All of a sudden, like, what the?
No, let me go with Vengeance 2001. Chris Jericho beat The
Okay.
Rock and Stone Cold to win the Undisputed title. That was a decent pay-per-view.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good. It was decent. But I can watch that.
Okay.
I feel like they did Chris Jericho dirty by making him not win clean, but you know, a champion's a champion at the end of the day. And not everyone can say that, you know, they were the first undisputed champion. Not even Hulk Hogan. So
Fair enough. Cool, guys.
not even Undertaker. Not even AJ Styles, but
It's true.
But guess what happened?
he won it. Okay, we've heard you.
He's trying to come for all of us. Hey, man, hey, listen. Hey,
You know what's so bad? But lads, you know it's all facts, innit? You know it's all facts, though, innit? You know it's all facts, though, innit? You know it's all facts, though, innit? Undertaker's beat everyone. All these superstars that.
Bro, he said this last time. He hasn't beat.
I don't think he beat Osman Royal.
These new.
Oh, he did.
Of course he did.
But he didn't beat Lance Storm, remember? He didn't beat Lance Storm.
He's been. I think
Thank you guys for coming to wrestling.
Listen, guys.
No, I'm on your side. No, that was. Oh, sorry. I turned the hill. I'm sorry. I must be on your side.
The Undertaker still lives
I'm
on.
sorry.
Man broke up the shield.
AJ Styles got one of the most dangerous moves in wrestling. What else did we talk about today? The Boogeyman still scares the living daylights out of me. The Soul Taker's still alive.
Oh my
Sam, hit him up.
Underdone versus the nigga Taker.
Trust me, that's
coming
gonna happen
soon
one day.
to you on the Wresthings channel.
Bro, I'll lose weight and get ready for you. Believe me.
The last question I'm going to ask you lot here before we close, and it's the final question of all time on this podcast. How can I say all time? Who's the best heel of all time? I'm gone. I want to say my one is Ted DiBiase. I'm gone. Money, 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 money.
Vincent Kennedy
Oh, you
McMahon.
know what?
Let's just end it like that.
Satan himself. Because you know what? He's actually that tact. He said, "It's you, Shawn Michaels. It's you, Shawn Michaels versus God Almighty himself."
Yeah.
That's what I said. The man
That
has
was
lost it.
fucked up, bro. Yeah.
That's what I said.
Your tag team was going to be God himself.
And they actually done an entrance for God.
Yeah, the spotlight. I was pissed off.
hated that
Bro, I
so
wasn't
much.
pissed saying like, you can't do that.
I
You can't do
hated
that.
that so much.
You can't do that.
Vince McMahon went on camera and said, "I didn't screw Brett. Brett screwed Brett." And then the Attitude Era, shoom, nyum. Get me? So, no, yeah, I agree, Vince McMahon.
I can't fight it.
Cool.
He's on my shirt.
Guys, continue to like, subscribe and comment.
Show love.
Follow us on all media outlets. Spotify. We're also on Apple Music now, Apple Podcasts now. Hit us up on there. SoundCloud.
We legit.
Any
Spotify.
words? Any words?
Any last words? Kofi for WrestleMania 35.
That's it.
Definitely.
Kofi Mania, man. I need to. I know we're ending it, but I just want to say real quick, yeah. Kofi, you need to win. Vince, you need to let him win. Let the feud go to WrestleMania. Even if he wins that, he just needs to have that championship. It's time. It's time. The
Even if it's for a day.
Even-
Let us have our day.
You know what the thing is,
5
yeah?
minutes.
What do you want it to be a WrestleMania moment for him to win the title?
I'd prefer that.
Yeah,
I
I'd
don't
prefer
want him to fight at Fastlane. I'm not happy to fight.
I think WrestleMania make me cry. I actually cried tears.
Cash,
Yeah,
I'll
that's
be
a moment,
tearing
yeah.
up.
I'll get
I
hot.
have to take it, and I'll be like, Kofi, go on.
Especially you know when they do them big promo videos for the match of. Can you imagine showing him when he was Jamaican, bro? Now he's not Jamaican.
Wait, are you meant to be Jamaican?
You know what's gonna be so
Everyone's
fucked?
back.
'Cause if they do, if they actually show the clip of his first entrance from Kingston, Jamaica,
Yeah.
but I don't know if they're gonna edit it. If
From
they're
Ghana,
gonna
from
edit
Ghana,
it.
Jamaica. That's what they'll say. Guys, tune into the next episode of Wrestlings. We can't give you all that. We can't give you more information, but find out. What's gonna happen next week. What's gonna happen next week? We don't know.
Yeah, we
Find
do
out.
know something though. The top 10 wrestlers that weren't WWE champions.
We're gonna find
Yeah,
out.
we're gonna
WWE champion, sorry.
we're gonna speak about the next one, and yeah, man.
And guys, let us know if you want to see it weekly, rather than bi-weekly. We can deliver.
Hey,
I think we can.
We can deliver, but let us know. innit?
And also get ready for our prediction show coming real soon.
And also we're at progress. When you see this, you'll probably see a vlog.
Yeah,
so
these
watch
man's
out.
gonna
For
be
that.
there.
So me and Dom
Show some love to the
some love,
guys.
man. If you see us on the street, say hi. If you want a
Yeah.
shirt,
Hi.
let me know.
Straight.
We don't hurt.
And that's been Anafi, Delboy, and Blacks and Versi. We're out. Peace.